Yeah, Ejike Jamal.
Hey, it's your girl Des.
Hey, with a problematic safe place.
That's me trying to replace the fact that Nana isn't here. So.
Yeah, that's what points Nana man voice. Okay, so Nana's in our MIA right now. Don't know where that nigga's at. He just said he's leaving town. So
yeah, he probably committed a murder and trying to get away with it or something like that.
I don't think if Nana committed a murder, I don't think it's gonna be too long until. Like I don't think that nigga can get too far.
You don't think he'll get too far? Okay.
Nah. Hey, but shit. What's going on? Well, I have some important news. What was I gonna get? Oh, November 9th.
What's that?
It's my first therapy session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So I'm hopping on the therapy wave. Okay, black men can get therapy. I realize I got shit to work on. Y'all already heard my views on.
I tell you.
I mean, I have a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. You know, nothing crazy, not like XXXTentacion or some domestic violence type shit. But the reason I'm going to therapy is just trying to get a balance. Know how to cope with stress, because I do act out in aggressive ways when I feel overwhelmed. Not beating a chick ass or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, I just gotta ask.
Yeah, because I'm already kind of an aggressive person.
Are you?
I can be, but not like a violent type. More like when niggas don't know what the fuck they're talking about, I like to go the fuck in.
Oh, okay.
Shit like that. Or I could be very, short sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I'm going to therapy. In November 9th, but it was really hard. It was really hard though trying to. You go to therapy, Des?
No. So I'm definitely a big advocate for people to go to therapy, but myself, I have not taken the steps. I know I need to, especially like just a lot of things that I've gone through in my life. But I'm definitely a big advocate for people to go. So yeah, I'm happy you're going. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited. I've never been against it, but it was just a matter of finding time or. But I realized,
like finding a good therapist, arranging the time to do it, because not everybody wants to do it online or over the phone. Mm-hmm. And then also the pay as well, because I had a friend who recently told me she's been searching around for somebody, and just their rates are ridiculous. Which when you go to school all them years to become a doctor, it is you do all the licensing and the hours and stuff. You want to get paid with your work, so
yeah.
I can see both sides, but I'm happy you're going. I'm super excited for you.
Oh yeah, because and I realized you got to make time. So I'm going in the middle of the week. It's a Tuesday, middle of work day. I'm just gonna take off. Do like white women do, my mental health day. All right, but yeah, it's funny you mentioned about finding a therapist. Okay, because I knew I was really picky, and I won't fuck with you if I can't even see your photo. So while I'm scrolling down, I got to be able to book online, and I got to see your photo. I know if I get a female therapist, she has to be either black or Hispanic. Okay. Black or Hispanic. And there's a certain age.
Where did the Hispanic come from? Why would you feel comfortable with a Hispanic?
I feel comfortable with Hispanic women. But I mean,
not
of course,
that you should feel uncomfortable.
But
it's kind of, I look at therapists the same way I look at interracial dating. Mm-hmm. You can't really relate unless you are of the same race of me.
Yeah. I feel what you're talking about, because I was thinking the same thing, but I was looking at some of them, and I'm I think.
So you got a woman therapist?
Well, if I go a female route, it has to be black or Hispanic. But as far as men, I'm only going to accept black men.
So who did you book with, a male or female?
Male. I ended up going with a male.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Nigerian.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. And you couldn't be too old, couldn't be too young. And when I was looking for women, it was all right, she's too pretty.
Right. That's what I was gonna get at. With the female therapist, it's you end up telling, your whole heart to somebody, and they end up accepting you for who you are, and you can become delusional. They think that your therapist wants you. So.
Yeah, it could work both ways. The therapist can even fall for the patient. I forgot what that term was called.
Right.
But I'm a nigga will actually want to get help.
That's good though. I'm proud. I'm so happy right now. Literally so excited.
But I just don't want no bitch type therapist. Okay, I don't need somebody to tell me you is smart, you is kind, you is
you is important.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, I need a therapist to get in my ass. Nigga, quit bullshitting. All right. because like I have so many ideas, I have so many goals, so many plans, but it's just a matter of like, and they're big projects I'm trying to work on all at once, and then trying to maintain work-life balance, personal life, all that shit, you know, a lot of people go through, and just coming up with a plan for myself to manage it all. I just need focus.
Yeah. I mean, and that's another thing, like why I say it's best to get somebody that kind of relates to you, because they know your everyday struggles as well as like can help you work through like what you have in addition to those things. So that's good. I mean, like as far as like a therapist, they're all gonna like, you know, they're meant to like break you down and build you back up. So of course they are gonna be like you are important, you are strong and kind and everything.
Skip that
but
part.
They don't like talk. They don't say it like that. Especially if you have a man therapist, he's not gonna relay it in that way. He's just, you know, they kind of cut off your negative thoughts and turn it into a positive. So like that's, you know, that's what you should expect out of it, not the whole like you is kind and important. Yeah,
because I'm not here for that. I'm ready to just go.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah. I know a lot of dudes especially go into therapy and they're real reserved and kind of like, not me. I want to get straight to the shits, okay?
Yeah.
You know, go right into, I'm a bit of one of my vices, I'm a vengeful person. Not like, I've never just acted out. I probably have acted out on revenge, but not on a high scale level. But I'm just saying, I have problems letting shit go. Yeah, I have problems letting shit go. You
have a problem forgiving people?
Yes.
Me too.
Definitely have a problem forgiving people. I have problems with, I guess you could say I have an over heightened sense of morality, ethics, I guess. I don't know. I got a lot of shit going on with me, but hopefully this will help. I also have issues with white women, which is why I probably got to work that shit out, which is why I couldn't get a white woman therapist.
Oh, I got issues with white people too. So.
Yeah, like this. Like, what's up with these cave bitches pulling up on black people like they're fucking security? We played 2 videos last week, but a new video just came out, and I don't know if you've seen it, but there was this girl at this black girl at this apartment. And a woman pulled up on her, you know, like these cave bitches do. And by the way, y'all, when I say cave bitch, all right, I'm talking about a certain demographic of white woman, just like mayonnaise represents a certain demographic of black. I mean, white people, mayonnaise. Cave bitch is a certain subset of ignorant white women. Okay, and there's some cave bitch shit. So she pulls up on the girl, telling her why you here. You know what? Let's just play the clip. All right, have you seen it?
This.
Let me just hearing your thoughts, Dez. But while we pulling up the clip, Dez, what have you been up to this weekend?
We got it.
Oh, we got it.
We got it. Okay, we're gonna revisit that.
I don't want to drop my video, so you go.
I'm gonna drop my video, and I'm white, and I make $125,000 a year, and I want to make sure that you're all up in here. Girl, I got you, girl.
See, this is a 4-minute video, but we started midway.
White, I'm girl. White, I'm white. I got you, girl. Fuck. I'm white.
She's like obviously drunk.
Because I was about to ask you, you think but see, I think drunk just brings out what's already in you.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that she's right, but I'm saying she's visibly drunk.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw the lady at the amusement park with the gay male. It was a black gay male, and like, you know, the video starts like in the middle of their discussion, and he's like yelling at her like bye, like trying to get her to go away from him.
Yeah,
and so he starts to walk around her to walk off, and she like kept like stepping in front of him, and she was like, get out my face, and he's like, you're in my face, like I'm trying to go away from you. And like she is just like basically like harassing him at an amusement park. And so you know, he did release the backstory to it, and it was like he was in like, because it was at an amusement park, he was in line to go on a ride and decided that he didn't want to go on there anymore, and so he exited. Well, in order to exit, he had to like unchain something so he could walk out and leave. And so he did that, and then she was like, don't touch that, like you're not supposed to be touching that, and you know, just basically acting like she actually worked there and she didn't. So it was just like, you know, just something really stupid. And then like he like starts cussing her out and stuff because she keeps getting in his face, and she was like, don't cuss around my child. And it's like, you don't want him to cuss around your child, but you're acting like an ass in front of your kid. So it's like, that's kind of weird. But you know, luckily it didn't escalate, and he eventually got to, you know, able to walk away from her. But it's just like, man, like golly, like you can't do anything nowadays. You can't live in a certain apartment complex. You can't go to an amusement park. You can't like walk out of a store. Like it's crazy.
Like you can't afford nothing up in here. Like that's how they look at it.
Yeah, and I think it's just because I said this before and I'll say it again. I feel like white women believe that all they have to do is yell woof, and then like no matter what, you're the bad person.
They're not wrong.
Yeah, and now, you know, it's starting to come out all these instances like Barbecue Becky, and they call that...
Permit Patty.
Yeah, Permit Patty, and then they call this new lady Amusement Park Amanda. So I just think that it's, you know, it's getting to the point where they're starting to realize, like, oh shit, all my shit can go, like, you know, everything I worked hard for can, like, they've been getting fired. Their businesses have been collapsing and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, because you're being ridiculous. Like, you're actually harassing someone. Like, you're not doing anybody a service by, like, harassing this person who's minding their business. Mm-hmm. So,
and again, it's like the most dangerous, like, I can't say this enough. People don't understand how dangerous that is for a position of a black man.
Yeah, because you can't do anything.
You can't do shit.
If you do something, you're automatically in the wrong. Like when you're a black person, you're approached by a white person, and it's a situation where it could escalate to, you know, being an altercation or even just a, you know, high power argument. Like if you do anything, like if he would have like touched her to push past her or anything like that,
like she's literally standing in his way, blocking his exit. You're going
to jail because she got bruises on her, and now like it's just like even the black guy that was being stalked in his apartment complex, and the lady wouldn't leave and followed him to his door. It's like technically he had every right to defend himself against her.
He was being stalked,
but he still didn't do it because of the fact that no matter what, he would have been in the wrong. Yeah. So it's like I have to absolutely do nothing to be right. Yeah. And I can't defend myself to be right.
Like long gone are the days where you remember some white women would used to lock their doors. Like if let's say they're waiting in their car in the parking lot and lock their doors when they see someone black walk by. Yeah, them days long gone.
They're not. I think they're just trying to like show their balls and show that they're not scared of black people, which you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't be scared of anybody. Yeah. But it's also like you shouldn't try to intimidate people either, because in all these situations, you're trying to get someone to be fearful of you, and black people are beyond that time where we're scared to like walk past a white person or drink out of the same fountain or go in the same bathrooms. Like we're out here living life, being grand, just like y'all are. We're catching up, making up for our 400 years in slavery. Yeah. So like, let us be. Don't sit up here and like try to instill fear in somebody, because for one, it's not working, because now we're recording you. So there's evidence. Like you can't just like with Emmett Till, like she said that he whistled at her and boom, like that was it. He was guilty in the court of hands, like in the court of white people, and he died because of it. But had we had like cameras back in the day and saw that, you know, maybe he didn't do anything to her at all, then it would have been a whole different story. But because, you know, there was nothing to refute what she was saying, it had to be true. It had to be Bible. And then she comes out years later when she's about to croak and says that it wasn't true, and it's like, somebody need to go.
I don't give a fuck. She need to be locked up for that remaining of time, just like with Cosby. Yeah, fuck it.
She does. She does. Like you lied.
You killed this kid. Yeah, like you got this kid killed.
Yeah, like you ruined somebody's life, someone's legacy. Like you robbed a mother of the opportunity to see her kid grow up and like have grandbabies and stuff like that.
And that scar doesn't leave.
No, it makes if I was a part of that family, I would be bitter towards white people for the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no amount of therapy that could fix that, just because of like, you saw how mutated his body was. Like, this was pure hatred.
Kevin Hart had a point. I don't know if you remember, but he said there's no more of a racist human being than an old black man. And he's absolutely right. As far as old black people, they have every right to be racist, and I don't even consider it racist. But
I was gonna say, technically, black people can be racist.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just going off of what he said, and
for the viewers who might be asking why I said that, is because like racism is like being able to systematically like prevent someone from like, you don't like these people, so you're not gonna let them be any better than they're supposed to be, or what you will allow. Black people don't have that power. No other race in America has that power besides white people at the moment. So.
Facts. So that's exactly.
So anytime we're like racist, it's actually just like prejudice.
Yeah. And I think the prejudice is just, to be honest.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that it's not. I mean, just the same thing with Muslim people and how, you know, they feel with white people that they see and how they want to walk across the street because they see a white person walking the same way as them and like staring at them and giving them the side eye and everything. Like really a lot of these races out here feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's just they're less vocal about it because they know that being vocal about it doesn't change anything. So they just put in a lot of work, like Hispanics. Like they come over here illegally and then they start up businesses and, you know, like...
Basically, we need these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
like,
they make their own communities. Like every major city that you go to, you can find like a little Chinatown, a little, you know, little Mexico. Like they all got their like own like communities and everything. So they just like, they're more silent than black people, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, I mean, hell, it's a work in progress. We're trying to get there.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get to that point where we own. It's just ownership. I think that's just the next move, you know, what we need as far as owning community. Because, hell, you go to the hood, guess who's selling the barbecue or the chicken? Asians. Or look where you got your hair from or your weave. Asians own them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got this from She's Happy Hair out here in Dallas Fort Worth. Shout out to y'all.
Hey.
They are black owned, and actually one of the people that one of the guys that owns it is Cole from Martin.
Oh, okay.
He's I don't know if he's the main owner or if he's just a partner, but he's a part of it. So my hair is black owned. Now they might have originally got it from somewhere in China. But that ain't my business. I supported a black business.
Hey, I stand corrected. Now I was speaking generally,
Okay,
but I think that you thought I was coming for you.
Man, you was trying to take my black card. I had to snatch it back.
Let my ass know. Okay?
I had to snatch it back.
Hey, so I was gonna say support black businesses, but you know some of y'all niggas do need to get your shit together. So I'll say support the right black business. All right, support the right black business.
Man, I just gave them a free plug, man. If y'all hear this, hook us a stuff with some bundles.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
You gotta slow down on the plugs until niggas start paying us.
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying?
I'm not to cut that out.
hey. So Daz, man, you had quite an eventful weekend.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, let's talk about this on air because you definitely tried to charge me up and ask me if I did a walk of shame this weekend. So this weekend, what did I do? I didn't do anything on Friday, but so this weekend was homecoming weekend for UNT. Shout out to the alumni at UNT. It's my first time going to homecoming tailgate in years. Like I think I went the first year after I graduated and I haven't been back since then. So it's been about almost 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And it was cool, you know, seeing people. Well, a lot of the people that I saw are people I see on a regular basis anyway. Well, not regular, but like, you know, I'll see them occasionally. So it's not like I haven't seen those people personally in 4 years. But it was cool. Like, it was just like so exciting to just be around like black excellence and just like all the tents that were up, all the Greek that was around, and like, you know, just everybody just having like a good time and sharing food and fun and
no cooning, like just
it was just like a good time. And even like the police came over, you know, because I'm assuming because they just have to come over to everybody. But they, you know, they drove around and like looked around to see what we were doing, but they didn't bother us or anything. So it was just like a good black ass time.
Okay,
but I did want to talk about so
she's trying to charge me up earlier.
Yeah, because you was over here talking about, so is that what you went to the club last night for?
Well, granted, okay, I was using my analytical skills.
No,
I noticed you came in here a little extra Hollywood today.
I didn't come in here extra Hollywood.
You know, the nice curve hugging dress, kind of like night out.
Sundress. You know why? Because it's fucking 80 degrees outside.
That's a sundress?
This is a sundress.
I'm probably the wrong nigga to ask, but I don't know, yo. I don't know.
This is a sundress.
Okay, it look a little straight after the club. And you know what?
No,
I don't judge.
I didn't even take pictures last night, but I had on a burgundy dress last night, so don't even.
Okay. But listen.
Anyways, speaking of last night and what I had on, so it was like a turtleneck dress and it had like the sleeves out and it was long, like the same length as this. And you know, people ask me occasionally, you know, well, on a regular basis, like, why are you single? And it's like,
they don't know you crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. Thank you very much. These niggas out here are crazy. These niggas out here are crazy. One in particular, he like followed me throughout the club and I was just like, oh my gosh. So my best friend, she wanted to drink some more, but at this point, like I was already done. Like, I ain't drinking no more. And so, but I was, she was like, oh, like, see if you can get a drink from him. So I was going to do it just to get a drink so I can give it to her.
Ain't shit.
Like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'll be not shit. However, if you're going to stalk me through the club, like literally follow me through the club, like I'm obviously going to like get a drink out of you or something because you already, like you're stalking me. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I talked to, so I, you know, I said hello to him and he introduced himself and stuff. And he was just like, do you have any like kids or anything? Oh, no. Let me back up. So he introduced himself and then he's like, put my number in your phone. For one, fellas, like what we're not going to do is 2 seconds after you meet somebody, like try to give them your number. Like you giving me no reason to like, forget about the drink shit. Like you giving me no reason to like want to take your number.
Well,
now, granted,
was this in the club?
Yes, it was. So I'm saying, granted, this is a club situation. I'm not asking you to be all deep and intellectual or anything. However, at the same time, I'm not going to give you my number within 2 seconds of meeting you. Like that's just not gonna happen because I haven't even taken a good look at you. Like
plus
you
it's
ain't
still
taking,
dark.
yeah, you ain't taking a good look at me. Like you don't even know. Like
You've seen enough.
You haven't asked me anything. You haven't asked me like if I have a boyfriend, a husband, or anything.
Irrelevant.
Anyway, so the point is. So then, before I could even turn down like the take a number thing, he was like, "Oh, what are you drinking?" And so I told him. Now, mind you, like I said, you know, although I was gonna get a drink out of him, I did not bring it up. He brought it up. So I was like, okay. So I told him, you know, what I wanted to drink. So he proceeds to tell me, so of course it's a club, so the bar is like, you can't just walk straight up and get a drink because there's so many people there. So he proceeds to tell me that he was like, well, I know the bartender, so he'll probably give it to me for free, but either way, I have overdraft protection.
Okay.
So y'all always getting on me talking about, oh, Des, you like got some money. You got I don't care. Like you can be a regular schmeggle ass guy, but what you're not gonna do is tell me that you have overdraft protection.
Yo, that speaks volumes about this man's character. The fact that he was able to keep it so real about his finances.
No, that doesn't.
If he's real about that, he'll be much realer with you later.
You know what that tells me?
What?
That you are not good with your finances because I have overdraft protection. A lot of people's accounts come with overdraft protection. However, I have not had to use my overdraft protection in years, like at least the last 5 years or something. So it ain't about him being honest. That tells me that you're irresponsible with money. But let me give you the benefit of doubt because maybe you needed to move something from your savings to your checking. Yeah. And you're saying either way, I'm gonna slide the card and it'll do it automatically. Cool, whatever. I'm letting you make it. Yeah. So although he tells me this, I'm just like, all right, cool. All right, I'm not gonna write you off all the way yet because I'm still trying. At this point, no, you're not getting my number. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna date you. However, I'm still gonna get this drink.
But what? Okay. So knowing this man confessed to you about, you already have identified he's financially irresponsible, and you still gonna get a drink out of him.
He offered a drink,
but see, like, but then you don't take into account that this man is willing to spend his last few dimes just for one shot.
He offered
to get to know you.
He offered to buy a drink. I didn't come up to him and say, "Oh, I want a drink." He offered. He said, "What are you drinking?" I told him what I was drinking. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna get it." So let me continue. So because it gets progressively worse.
Okay.
Then he asked me. He was like, "So you have any kids or anything?" This is while we're waiting to order the drinks. Okay. He was like, "Do you have any kids or anything?"
That was question one.
And I said,
after the drinks.
No, we haven't gotten any drinks. We haven't even ordered.
I mean, like after he proposes the drinks, the first question he asks you is, "Do you have kids?"
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, "No, I don't have any kids." And he was like, "Well, do you have?" He was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you gonna have." What did he say? How did he say it? I said, "No, I don't have any kids." And he said, "Well, you gonna have my kid." And like that is not attractive at all. That is something that will, for one, any other normal time, I probably would have just straight up walked off. But I'm trying to work on my rudeness. So I try not to walk off from people too much like I used to. However, like the fact that you just like said that, like who says I want to have your kid? Who says like I don't have a ring from you? Like what type of, like, granted we're in the club, so like I don't expect to like for you to just be on your tip top shape of game. However, like that is not a line that is gonna like impress a girl and be like, oh yeah, I want to have your babies. That should alarm you if she does want to have your babies. Like what in the world? So I was still letting him make it. Okay. So then he's we're getting closer to the bar and he's about to order drinks and my best friend taps me and she was like, make sure he gets me one too. So so I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, oh, can you get like 2 of the drinks that I told you? And he was just like, oh, for who? And I said, oh, for my friend. And he was like, well, if I had a twin, then I would get her one. And I was just like, okay. Okay. You could have just said no. Like simple as that. But I also, okay, granted, drinks in the club are not cheap. However, I think it's also kind of rude to like not even like acknowledge the friend or anything or like offer to buy a drink, because like I'm that friend when guys offer to buy me a drink, I'd be like, oh no, I'm good or whatever. If they're talking to my friend, because for one, like I don't need you to give me anything. Yeah. But for two, it's also just like, you know, like I just like sometimes I'm just not drinking. So like either way, I was gonna give her drink to my drink to her. But if we could both get a drink, why not? Yeah. And I would have just held on that one drink for like an hour or two. You know, I wasn't gonna like, because I had already written off that I was gonna continue to drink for the night. So then he also, what else did he do? He said something that just like really alarmed me. He was like, oh, okay, so now he orders the drinks. He orders the drinks and we're waiting for the bartender to make the drinks. And he was like, well, I want to make sure that you're really into me and not just trying to get a free drink out of me.
Nigga, too late.
Right. At this point, it's too late because you already ordered it. Shit, but okay.
That should have been before. Do you have kids? That
so I was just like, okay, like, so what do you mean? And he was like, oh, which one of y'all drove? And I said, I drove. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I was going to say, like, I could just take you home tonight.
Nice.
So after he said that, I just walked off. Like I couldn't take it anymore. I was just like, this nigga weird. Like I'm not finna, like, no. Like he was just being weird. So I walked off and he saw me walk off and he tried to grab me and get my attention, but I was just like, it's going off. Like it ain't even that, for me, it's not that serious to get a free drink out of somebody. Like
and that was the only reason probably why you stood through all of that.
Right. That was the only reason. But at this point, like you already offered the drink and you were about to order, like you did order and everything. But at this point, I don't even care about drink no more because you're just weird. Like I don't want to continue conversation with you because then at some point you're going to remember that we ain't exchanged numbers and try to ask me for that again. I ain't got time for that. So I just was like, whatever, I will buy her a drink rather than like sit up here and try to talk to somebody just to get a free drink. And plus, like we knew a lot of people that were in sections and stuff, so we could have got free drinks from just like being in somebody's section. Yeah. But the fact that you stalking me and like literally walked around the club with me, like trailing behind me is like, all right, well, what do you want? Like, yeah, little puppy, let me help you out. So, walked away from him, and then we're standing and some guy tried to talk to my best friend. So she's standing there talking to him, and I just feel somebody's hands like on my butt. Like not just like walking past and just accidentally graze it, but like holding my butt.
Like it was completely intentional.
And I was just like, so I turned to her because, you know, sometimes like girls touch each other's butts. So I turned to her and it wasn't her. So I turned around because the person is still holding my butt. So I turned around and it was this guy. And I said, if you don't get your fucking hands off of me, I will slap the shit out of you right now. And he let go. He was like, oh, my bad. I was like, yeah, like don't get fucked up. Like, I don't understand. Like, man, this is why I do go out occasionally from time to time, like last weekend for my birthday and this weekend for homecoming. But other than that, like it has to be like a special occasion for me to go out somewhere just because like I don't like dealing with shit like that. Like for me, especially since I've been, you know, assaulted in the past, like I don't want, like that's a trigger for
I can imagine. Like, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't like just steal off on them right then and there.
I had to do the count to 10. I had to whoo-sah before I turned around and said something to him because you know, it does like it is a trigger. Like what, like how, like even if the girl hasn't been sexually assaulted, like you don't know nobody's story. So like, I mean, my man could have been around and like punched the hell out you, like anything, like man. So anyways, it's just more of a reason why I don't go out because guys are stupid. So
Which is a fucked up reason not to go out, you know, because other people don't know how to act.
Yeah, like,
you know?
yes, and it's like, especially in this time where we are in the like the Me Too movement, and guys are still out here holding and grabbing.
That's my takeaway.
I was like, what? Like, what type of mess is this?
Like, y'all
I
niggas don't see what happened to Cosby. Y'all don't see what happened. All
but the fact that this wasn't like a quick thing. I mean, it happens like kind of quick, but it wasn't like a quick like let me turn to her. Like, you had your hands on my ass for like a while.
Yeah.
Like you knew me or something. So I'm turning around like maybe it's somebody I used to date.
What if he was blind?
I don't care if you was blind. I will beat you with your cane. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, that's not cute to like just be grabbing on somebody.
It's not.
And on top of that, you weren't even attractive. Like, how dare you? Your ugly ass grabbing my ass over here trying to like get up on me, I guess. But that's not how you approach a woman. That's not how you anything. And like I said, I was fully covered. The only thing that was out was my arms. So, you know, for the people that love to say, oh, well, you shouldn't have wore that, you shouldn't have been dressed like that, you shouldn't have did this and that. Like, no, I was fully clothed, had on a fucking turtleneck. So
see, like, for niggas like me, that I like to use my imagination. I kind of like covered up. I like to see what's underneath. Kind of like women in hijabs and shit.
My gosh,
I went through a hijab porn phase actually. You know, in the nun shit, it's something about
porn on that.
Yeah, I thought it's a thing. Hijab porn.
My god,
there was this series I watched called what was it called? Arrow.
I don't even want to know.
Anyways,
my ears.
Yeah. It's something about learning what's beneath. Like you wonder if there's some ass beneath that. I don't even know the proper term for that kind of clothing. But you were leaving more to the imagination, and for some niggas that kind of gets them going. And I'm not saying, and I don't want that to come off as that's an excuse, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just keep the screen turned around so I can just see myself?
Oh, conceited ass. There's over here looking at herself in the camera and shit.
I'm looking good. That's it.
Conceited ass. But imagine if you put on like a hijab though. That shit would be fire. That shit would be fire, Des. Like what Cardi B did with the fucking.
Wow. For one, I was like half listening because I was still listening.
I know you weren't listening.
However, now that I hear what you're saying, shut up. Shut the hell up. I'm not. No. Now we're no damn hijab. And no. I'm not going to fulfill any sick fantasies of yours.
Yo, that shit is sexy. I'm definitely.
How about you go buy one for your girlfriend?
I am culturally inclusive.
Go buy one for your girlfriend. You so trash. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. The point is, niggas can't keep their hands to themselves, and I, am tired of going out and just like that's why I'm single. That's why I'm single because the guys out here are just like ridiculous. Like I mean, I'm not perfect, so but my crazy doesn't stem to. I'm not like key your car like. Cut your tires, like I'm not finna go to jail for nobody. Like that. You
wouldn't go to jail.
Happen. I mean, either way, like I'm not gonna risk. Like I'm a woman that has stuff to lose, so I'm not gonna risk anything like that just because somebody made me mad. Like well, like it's just block your number and never talk to you again. I'm that type of person. So
okay. But yo, let's get into the shades. Let's talk about. I almost called this girl Precious. Treasure, close enough. Hell, all right. Treasure. Okay, first 15-year-old trans cave bitch. Well, okay, she's 15. I'm not gonna call her a bitch. She's a minor. So I'm gonna give her 3 more years. She's a confused young lady.
It's actually funny. I think it's hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious.
I was
okay.
Like, what?
So all y'all already know about Treasure, okay? The girl on Dr. Phil who thinks that she's a white girl that's part of the KKK. Hey, let's roll the clip real quick. Yeah, Jenna, you ain't heard that?
She's not a part of it. Is she a part of it?
She thinks she is.
African Americans are loud, rude, obnoxious, and just altogether fat and ugly.
If you ask me, my 16-year-old daughter has a very out-of-control identity crisis.
Her mom is pretty.
She truly believes she's white. When Treasure was 5 years old, I've noticed Treasure was having issues with her race. She wouldn't play with the black children. Treasure would mangle or destroy her black dolls. She would cut their heads off, pull off their arms. She would pretend that they were the white dolls' slaves.
My mom.
So that's why my mama never bought white dolls.
Instead of buying me the ugly, big lip black doll.
Lips are the exact same size.
Single mom trying to support a family. We couldn't afford to stay in our beautiful home. We moved from a mostly white, affluent neighborhood to the city, which was mostly African American.
The suburbs to the hood. I was not anything like other black people. They were all hood rats and they were all ghetto. They all act like monkeys.
Her school was predominantly African American. She started to say very racist things in public. Like, I hate black people's hair, they're dirty. She would call them the N-word.
It made me feel good to put down an African American person because it helps them stay in their place. All the African American kids that I was around were all ugly looking and losers. They're all gorillas.
My daughter is a racist against her own race. What I find the most disturbing is my daughter is consumed with the Ku Klux Klan. It just shakes me to my core. Treasurer, have you ever reached out to the KKK?
I have their number on speed dial. Call KKK. They keep me like current on like updated events. I've had the KKK's number since I was like in middle school.
Greetings from the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan. Another 8 chimp out, this time in Washington, D.C. 20-year-old silverback gorilla trespassed a park bus and struck it with her car.
I identify with the Ku Klux Klan because the way they believe is just so smart. White is right. White power.
To ask if you've ever gone to their website, that's me.
Yeah,
you've done it. Yeah, I figured.
All right, let's stop there. Let's cut it right there. Okay,
Lord.
Where to start? All right, first off, I read somebody online put it looked like her teeth segregating. Okay, she looking straight up like Stitch right now, yo, with the big ass Bobby Brown gap.
But I had gaps when I was that age too, so we ain't finna go there.
Y'all already know my opinion. I say gaps look sexy on the right chick, okay, but she hasn't grown to fit the gap.
Yeah, like I don't know if this is real or not.
That's my question. Here's my thing. If it's real, if it's
5, like how can you be racist beginning at 5?
Yeah,
and you're black.
Now, and here's the thing, if it's not real, which I'm hoping is not, but if it's not real, it begs the question, okay, did your mama sell you out to do this shit?
Right.
Like, how the fuck could you stand by and let your kid just straight sell out her own people like that? She
did make a YouTube video, like, after all of this, she made a YouTube video and was just like people were asking me, is this how I really think? Yes, it's how I really think. You know, now she's going to have all this popularity off of it. I look at this as the same type of situation as, what was her name? The girl that's a rapper now, the bad Barbie.
Oh, Danielle Bregoli?
Yes, like how she went on Dr. Phil and now her whole life has changed and different.
I said that shit. This chick about to get a record deal. She about to get signed to Atlantic.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I think it's, racist for pay. I don't think that it's real because like or if it is real, like she just needs like psychological help because like you're obviously black, like your skin is black, the black hair that you hate so much, you have that black hair,
you got the nigga lips, you don't
have that flow,
okay,
right?
You got a nigga nose,
yeah.
All right.
So I mean, it's just kind of sad that she essentially just hates herself.
Yeah. And now I really don't fuck with Dr. Phil like that, but I had to tune in for this shit. Okay, I watched this shit. I watched the episode in its entirety, and to be honest, yo, the mom fucked up. Okay, the backstory is the mom dated a white guy, or maybe they were married. Okay, since since the girl was born up until she was 5. It wasn't her dad, but the problem is the mom let her and her brother believe that this was her dad, and then the man died, and then like later on she said that wasn't really your dad. So that possibly caused this girl to go into an identity crisis. Assuming this ain't all bullshit, we're just entertaining it.
Yeah, I just feel like I call BS on it. Like, at the end of the day, even if she thinks that way, who cares? Like, I would believe it more if she was bleaching her skin. Yeah,
she said that. She mentioned it. She said what Michael Jackson did was so beautiful. They're so great. She wants to bleach her skin. She actually said that.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Once she bleaches her skin and starts to walk around looking like Rachel Dolezal,
oh God,
then I'll believe it. Till then, I don't believe that this is like. I think that this is just for ratings because ain't nobody checking for Dr. Phil unless he has like outrageous people like this. So
yeah, because this is definitely the hottest episode of Dr. Phil all year.
Yeah, and it's been everywhere. Like I cannot not see that video because it's been on Facebook, it's been on Instagram, it's been everywhere. So.
And here's the thing. Imagine this girl a couple of years down the road. She gets pulled over. By a white cop. Gets assaulted. Police brutality. Would y'all give her the Black Lives Matter? Fuck no.
No. White power.
Right? Keep that same fucking energy. Fuck no, okay? You down with them other niggas, all right?
Right. Like
Steven ass.
Now you see what white power is.
Like, Steven ass nigga.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, it'll be kind of like bittersweet when she has her first like racist experience, because at the end of the day, no matter how much you love white people, you still look black.
Yeah.
So like, even if she bleached her, like she would have to bleach all of her skin, and then also get like surgery for her nose, and then also replace her hair in order to look like a white woman. So. Or get a weave like black people. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I'm
gonna give the queen a little time, okay, because she is just 15. I'm gonna give her a little time.
She's
to
16
eventually.
and she's been doing this since 5. So this has been 11 years of bullshit that her mom has put up with. And it's like, girl, for one, she should have been in therapy if this was the case, and for two, I don't think it is true.
Maybe she's trans.
I don't think. What do you mean trans?
Like trans
racial.
Race? Yeah.
Oh, like on that episode of Atlanta. Did you see that episode of Atlanta? Do you watch Atlanta?
I love Atlanta, but I don't know what episode you're talking about.
When he was like, it was a black kid, and he was like, I'm a 50-year-old or I'm a 40-year-old white man.
Oh, okay, yeah. So kind of like that. Okay, what if she identifies
race?
Yeah,
I'm sure that's next. We'd have been trans.
I mean, Dolezal was the first. She was the first of many. Maybe this girl is trans.
God. She paved the way. Pioneer in race.
Oh, actually, it wouldn't be trans race. It would be trans ethnic.
Trans ethnicity.
Yeah, trans ethnicity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I always wonder about that, because like when you take tests and stuff and they tell you to like, you have to check which box of race you are. I always wondered about that. Like, can you just decide one day that you are a different race or any race? Can I check the white box for the rest of my life?
I believe you can. Now, society ain't gonna treat your black ass any different, but you are more than entitled to identify whatever race you see fit.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that I really do think that that's next. Like, people are just gonna be able to decide what race they are.
Yeah,
which it'll be a lot easier for other races than black people, because like we got a lot of features that you have to like alter to try to look like what you want to be.
Absolutely.
But, like a white person can say like, oh, I'm actually European or Australian or Scottish or whatever. Like, just very easy.
Just shades of white. Yeah, shades of white.
Now they got to get a little bit of a tan to try to claim Hispanic or anything like that.
Yeah,
and they have to do a little squinting to do Chinese.
So Treasure, definitely don't want to hear you screaming Black Lives Matter in the next couple of years. All right, you Steven ass nigga.
The thing is, I know that there's some white person somewhere that's pissed off about it. Like, as much as like there probably are white people that are like, yeah, that's right, hate your race. I'm sure there's some white person somewhere that's pissed off about it and looking for her, like trying to like, oh, let me show you that your ass is black.
And then do we feel we have to defend her? Kind of like what if she does get attacked by like a racist mob?
Each his own. I mean, but is it racist? Is it, if you believe that you are white and you get attacked by a white person, although your skin is black, but you believe that you are white, that is not a racist incident.
You're right. It's just white on white violence, white on or trans, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Okay.
It's White Lives Matter.
Yo, that would be a dope ass meme that you see her like getting pulled over by the cops and handcuffs, her head on the hood. White Lives Matter.
Right.
That shit would be dope.
Right. Or a white person calling her the N-word. That'd be like really exciting to see her reaction to that.
But real time, man, I hope no harm comes to this child. I hope this baby learns. I hope this baby definitely learns, sees. Yo, she needs some help. She just needs some therapy because clearly she got some identity issues.
Speaking of therapy,
and mom fucked up. Yo,
50 Cent need therapy as well.
50. Yo, King 50 trolling the king of pettiness.
Man, he's just always been horrible, always. But actually, I'm not even gonna say always, because I think before social media, like, he was a pretty decent person from what we knew. I mean, he did get shot 9 times, so you can't be too great of a person getting shot 9 times.
Yeah,
but it just seems like his pettiness has like elevated.
Oh no, he like social media is like his vehicle for pettiness. But back in the day, it was just kind of like word of mouth,
right?
Because he was petty. He burned his baby mama's house down just so he wouldn't have to pay child support.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't child support, but it was so he wouldn't have to keep paying for the house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, allegedly.
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 He's saying he broke and then he posting all this fake money. That's right.
Yeah.
Like his latest addition has been him trolling Ashanti. Now I like Ashanti. I don't love her. I don't think she should be an entertainer at all because she's just. I saw her and Ja Rule live earlier this year, and I loved it. Like it was definitely the nostalgic. Like it took me back to my high school days. However, Ashanti's not a performer. She's not. She's that girl that does the half-ass dance moves and stuff, and like just does a lot of wardrobe changes. But no, it's like you're Mariah without Mariah talent. Yeah. So it's an ornament. Like Mariah, we expect her to do half-ass movements, but Ashanti can't blow like Mariah. So, yeah. So I think, but give her flowers because she definitely is a songwriter and definitely has some hits and wrote most of J-Lo's catalog.
Of course,
yeah. But she was supposed to basically show up at a university and do a performance, and it only sold 24 tickets, and so it ended up getting canceled. So 50 Cent was trolling her about it because like, oh dang, only 24 tickets, blah blah blah. But at the same time, she and the university came out and did a statement saying that they didn't, advertise it properly. And she was actually a replacement for somebody, like a last minute replacement. So they just
she asked them to do that.
Yeah, she just didn't do. I mean, either way, if that's what happened, I don't think that only 24 people wanted to see Ashanti, to be honest. Like, I don't know what the prices were of these tickets or whatever, but I don't think... Even if I was in college and Ashanti came, I would have tried to see. Like J. Cole came to our college, and this...
That's cool.
It is cold. It is cold. I was so excited, and I love him so much. And if you're listening to this, call me. But but as far as
we see you shooting that shot today, place the Nana.
Right. And but as far as Ashanti, like I would go, like of course, like I would try to go, but I just think it had to have been something that happened to where she didn't get tickets sold because I know there were more than 24 people that wanted to see her. So it may have thoroughly been advertising, but the fact that 50 Cent was trolling her, and then now he's back trolling Ja Rule,
I love it.
He gives him about a week off, and then he comes back, and he's like, Ja Rule has a concert that's gonna happen, and 50 Cent bought 200 of the front row tickets so they could be empty.
Hell yeah, this nigga bought 200 tickets just so it would be empty. Yo. This is proof that rap beef has no limits. And rap beef arguably doesn't really end. It doesn't really end, because I like how 50's people that say this shit is nostalgic.
That is, I mean, he's king of petty.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I have to say is he's king of petty. Like, you can't out petty him at all whatsoever.
And they should give kids a history lesson.
That's jacked up. You know what, if I was Ja Rule, what I would do, I would bring, like, 200, like disabled kids or like something like that and have them like take up those seats, and then if 50 Cent try to say like, no, I bought those seats, nobody's supposed to be paying for them, then he looks like the asshole.
I think 50 would still do it. I think 50 would still
I know he would still do it, but it would be like seriously disabled kids, you're making disabled kids get up out your seats, like,
because what he would do, he'll post that video where he was with that special kid. The one where it was some special boy that he did a video with a few years ago.
69?
No, not 69. It was another special kid, okay? It was another one where like they were dancing, singing 50 Cent songs. He was a big 50 Cent fan. He was a little white boy.
I don't remember.
It was years ago. And
I think I kind of do remember what you're talking about. Okay.
That would be his PR defense right there.
Man, 50 Cent is just like, man, I'm really surprised that he's still alive, to be honest. Seriously,
because lack of trying, niggas lack of trying.
Because he's come at, him and Ja Rule have had this beef for years. He's been coming at Floyd and talking about Floyd's reading skills and everything. I'm really surprised ain't nobody had no hit out on him.
50 is so instrumental in the culture.
I mean, he does bring a little excitement with the little pettiness, but at the same time, like, you're grown. Like, I think it would be, it's kind of like Gilbert Arenas. And how he's like petty with his baby mama. It's like at some point you just seem bitter. Like you can call her bitter all day long, but you trolling her every chance you get. Like you're just as bitter. And like especially with 50 Cent, because you have a kid that you don't have a relationship with. Like,
you already heard them go back and forth, him and his son.
And I'm like, that shows your character, like for real. Because at the end of the day, that's your child. Like you can sit up here and say all day long that his mom has coached him and said all these horrible things about him, but at the same time, even if that's true, she can only, say so much if you are showing a different, the child can only believe so much if you're showing something different.
Yeah.
But, like he hasn't made like any effort that we've seen, and like he treats his other child like like freaking what's his name, DJ Khaled's son.
Oh yeah, like you're beautiful, King.
Yeah, like just over there, like the love of his life, and like,
basically he treats his real son like he treats Tyreek in Power.
Yeah,
and he treated it. We saw what happened to his biological son.
Yeah,
I think he placed a lot of himself in that character.
Yeah, he just gets on my nerves.
Yo, 50 is king. I think it's great he does this shit because what it does
bitter. That's a black man that needs therapy.
I don't think he's bitter.
And
I actually hope 50 never gets therapy because this shit is beautiful. This shit's beautiful because what it does is it keeps the history alive because kids are gonna look this up and they'll be like, damn, why the fuck? What's up with them? How did this happen? And they're gonna trace back to the Ja Rule and 50 beef and get some hip hop history. Yo, 50 is the GOAT, and he's passing this shit on to 6ix9ine.
This is like if Biggie and Tupac were still alive and still beefing. Like it's like, damn, I'm over it. Like
some beefs you don't want to see
somebody needs to win so it can be over. Like I'm over it.
Some beefs I don't want to see end.
I don't want Ja Rule and 50 Cent. For one, I actually met Ja Rule before. So when I went to see that concert, he actually was staying in the same hotel as me. So, which it was a nice hotel.
And Ja seemed like a cool dude. He seemed just grown. You know, Ja seems very...
He was really, really nice, actually. Yeah. Like, I caught him, like, early in the morning. Like, I was downstairs for, like, breakfast. And, like, he looked, like, tired and sleepy. And I asked him for a picture. And he was like, all right, cool. And we took a picture. And he was, like, really nice about it. Like, he looked like, dang, like, I'm not a morning person. But I'll take this picture with you. Yeah. So, like, you know, I feel like Ja Rule is, like, a cool person. I feel like that's somebody we need to give flowers to right now. And it's not to say that I like either one more than the other. However, I just feel like Ja Rule is just, like, you know, underrated, like, especially in, like, today's era. Like, he had hits. He did. That whole him and Ashanti era was, like, classic. That was iconic. Like, that was the first, like, really just, like, singing and rap duo that was just, like, had, like, hit after hit after hit after hit. Like, every single song they did together was a hit.
You can't shit on Ja, man, but it was like, he said something a while ago. I think it might have been either during the Drake or Pusha T thing or the Drake and Meek Mill thing. So there was some big drama happening at the time, and he made, like, a tweet saying something like, basically he's not getting his props. Like, basically he's big influence, and it's like Charlamagne said, he felt that Ja just said that at the wrong time, and he felt like Ja didn't get his case heard in the court of public opinion. Yeah, I totally agree, because you can't shit on Ja. I mean, Eminem
like,
and them definitely.
But you can't. But it's like
50 definitely ended his career. He did.
But in the wrong way. Like, you got the feds involved. Like, you went about it it's rap beef. You kind of, like, want to get rid of your enemy any way you can. But at the same time, if you're going to be, like, basing off of music and it's supposed to stay in music, like, let it be, like, lyrics and stuff. Let it be hit music. Because I feel like had Ja Rule not went to jail and everything, like, he would have still been on top. That's how I feel. Like, just because, like, that, like, once he went to jail, like, Ashanti fell off, like, that whole Murder Inc. thing just, like, went away because of all that. And it was like, it's messed up. They didn't get to continue their reign. Like, maybe he wouldn't be on top, but they didn't get to finish their era.
Because Drake would have definitely put Ja to business.
I mean, that may have been the case, but I'm saying they didn't get to complete their era. Like, you know, like Diddy, he got to, like, the whole Bad Boy thing, they got to complete their era. Yeah. Murder Inc.
Actually, when Big died, it kind of...
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like, Big was the only person they just really had. Like, all the rest of the people were kind of like...
Mace?
Yeah, but Mace wasn't, you know, now Mace is, like, a preacher and stuff. And Mace was... Fake ass. At that time, Mace had already kind of, like, took the back seat to Biggie anyway. Yeah. So it was like everybody was already kind of, like, falling back and letting Biggie have the spotlight. So, yeah, like, him dying, like, kind of stopped it. But at the same time, like, they still got to, like... A lot of them people got to have their careers that they wanted or should have gotten, even though, like, maybe they weren't happy with how everything panned out. They still got to, like, do what they wanted to do.
Actually, I can't give you that. And the reason I say that is plenty of rappers have been locked up and came back out and started running shit. Pac did. Okay, Pac got locked up. Snoop did. A lot of these rappers got locked up and they came back doing shit. What ended Ja Rule's career were the 50 Eminem attacks. Okay, because they went song for song, and they were in 50's camp or Shady's camp was killing Ja, was killing Murder Inc.
Yeah, but at the same time, Ja went to jail for, like, a long time.
I mean, that didn't help, but I think definitely
it's kind of like Remy. Like, she went to jail for a long time.
And what did she do when she got out?
But she got out and went on Love and Hip Hop. Because at the end of the day, like, your fan base, like, it's kind of everybody's going through the same, like, phase. Like, Remy, Eminem, who didn't go to jail, you know, 50 Cent, who didn't go to jail, Ja Rule, they're all, like, people of a certain time. So that time has passed, and now we got these younger rappers, like we said, J. Cole and like, you know, Drake and other people, whatever.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, their reign had to stop at some point anyway, because of the fact that their fan base isn't as like going as hard as these younger kids are.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. So you're talking about in terms of mainstream relevance, because I'm talking about in terms of credibility and respect,
mainstream
like
relevance.
Okay,
like just completing Murder Inc. being able to complete their era, because that was when their fan base was like the biggest that it could have been. Like now, like I can appreciate his music because I grew up on that, but like the people, the kids after me, like the 19-year-olds right now, they're like, oh yeah, I know that song because I heard it before, but they like
heard it on now.
Oh, that's who Ja Rule is. That little white dude that 50 Cent be going back and forth with. You know, it's kind of like they need, like you said, the backstory of everything. They have to go and look and see what's going on.
And they probably only know 50 from Power.
Like Eminem is like has always been this conscious, right? And they only know him from Power, but 50 Cent, Eminem has always been like this conscious, like white rapper that, you know, at first when he came out, everybody was like a little skeptical, but you know, he was hard. So
M's not conscious. M's not New M is conscious and is fucking horrible, but M was not. M's not conscious.
In the sense of
angry
he wasn't
white
talking
boy.
about. Yeah, he was an angry white guy.
I loved it.
He ain't just talking about like bullshit. Like he talking about his life experiences and like, you know, his daughter Haley and all that stuff. Like you know, he talked about his drug problem, his relationship with his baby mama and all that stuff. So like conscious in the sense of it was just more the real life than it was his actual real life, instead of just talking about like him lying and saying that he was in gangs and shit like that. So you know, I just think everybody's fan base didn't, you know, get the as far as Murder Inc. that fan base didn't get the completion that they needed.
Yeah,
and that's why he's doing so well. I mean, when I went to see him, I think it was in like the Virginia area, because I was out there for work, and it was sold out. Like I just lucked up and got a ticket.
Yeah, Ja definitely has those hits, but he definitely lost credibility and respect after the 50 Cent beef, because they killed his ass with that Hail Mary beef. They killed his ass, and 50 just kept hitting him with that Ja, use a window shopper.
Man,
with that I smell pussy. Is that you, Ja? Like, yo, 50 won that shit. Okay, maybe
I just have a soft spot because I met him. I don't know, but Ja is a nice guy who has been doing the work.
And make no mistake, not taking anything away from Ja Rule's credibility. However, as a person, as an artist,
I just feel like 50 Cent has just the only reason he has so much power right now is because he has so much money. Like the vitamin water thing a few years ago, he got into Bitcoin before it was popping. Yeah. He doing Power and everything else. You know, like he just has this platform where he can afford to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
And it's great. That's black excellence for you. Man, that is black excellence.
That ain't black. That's black petty.
I love
black
it.
Petty,
I love
man. I just want him to. I mean, sometimes it is funny, but sometimes it ain't. Like when he came for Ashanti, like that's a female, bro. Like,
see, and the thing is, I need to know the history. I didn't look this up. I need to know the history between 50 and Ashanti, if they ever had a tiff, you know, in the past. Because normally these days, 50 typically don't go after people without there being some sort of.
But I don't know if that's just because her tied to Murder Inc. You know, like it could have just been.
It could be by association. It could be.
Yeah. Cause you know she stayed out of all that. Like when them niggas was going to jail and getting locked up, she was like,
niggas were getting shot.
Like I ain't part of this.
Yeah, but it was straight Game of Thrones, and 50 definitely took the throne from Ja. You can't take that from him. Like Ja had a good run, 50 earned that shit.
But there's no way Ashanti would have came to my college and I wouldn't want to go to that concert.
Yeah,
like at the end of the day, it's a celebrity coming. So unless it was like if she was coming to Howard or something, I could even see that, because it's still black people want to go see black people. Like, but I'm saying, like, in the caliber of celebrities, like, she's not like a Diddy where somebody would want to, like, for sure, no matter what, try to get there and, like, listen to him give a motivational speech or something like that.
Yeah.
However, it's still Ashanti. Like, it's still a celebrity coming to your university.
But these days, I'm sure it's like she's like an auntie to most of these kids now, kind of.
Yeah, I just want her to win.
She's like the Tinashe of her day.
She spent all that time with Nelly and ain't getting nothing out of it. And he allegedly cheated on her and stuff. So
who didn't? You know, it's like when you get you a rap nigga, what do you expect, yo? What do you expect?
Well, I just want her to win. I just want her to stop trying to make music. I need her to be a strong writer. And I need her to like get a man, pop out some babies, and live her best life. Like because I only say that because she's at a certain age, and I don't want her to, you know, I'm rooting for her in the sense of like if she wants kids, like have kids, because like There's a lot of women like Tracy Ellis Ross. Like when I think about it, like the fact that she's like beyond the age of having kids, like that's sad to me. Like I want to see a little Tracy Ellis Ross. Like
Halle Berry had kids though. She was like 50, right? Or late 40s when she had a kid.
Yeah, but I think, you know, Tracy Ellis Ross is trying to do it the right way and, you know, try to get married and stuff before all that happens.
Do whatever kind of way you can after 35. Like, shit.
Man, it just sucks. Like, I just want, you know, Ashanti to definitely stop making music because I've heard her new stuff and she should stop.
I agree.
And just, you know, just be that songwriter. Same thing with Sierra. Like, I want Sierra to stop making music too. Like, I just want her to be pretty and live her best life and be a model. Yeah. Like, I never, like, Sierra Goodies, that was my, you know, that was back then. Yeah, yeah. Nowadays, there's new music. Like, even the new song she put out, that, Level Up. I was like, okay, like, but it's not something you hear in the club.
Now, Body Party was a trash. I mean, no, not the trash. Was a hit.
I was gonna say trash.
Yeah, opposite. Body Party was the shit.
That I heard the other day. Promise was and dope. The remix with R. Kelly, trifling.
Yo, fuck R. Kelly, yo. But I'm gonna stick with
yeah, but that song
yeah,
the remix is a lot better.
But you know, like when you're in the studio and you hear a song, you know within the first 10 seconds it's a hit. That's what Body Party did for me. Like you knew this shit was gonna blow. You knew. But the album, I remember correctly, flopped. Like I don't think the album did well. I don't think it capitalized off that song.
Was it that one? Let me see.
But
I mean, all of her music just never, like, I think when she first came out, it was like popping, but after that, the rest of them CDs, it was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a new song out called Dose. Yeah, I ain't heard that.
I'm gonna be honest, man. In 2018, I'm not checking for new Sierra or new Ashanti or even new Bobby Brown. You know, it's like just give me fucking my prerogative. Give me my prerogative.
Get Beyonce flowers because she's been in the game since like 1990 something and still relevant.
Yes, but she completely rebranded. That's the key. She completely rebranded herself.
Well, she was in a group and she just left a group.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, she did. But that's what you do.
But I mean, like, even Dangerous in Love, Beyonce is completely different from whatever her newest album was called. Lemonade. It's completely different.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean,
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. And because she's had life experiences, I'm not saying that you just have to like sell yourself out. But at the same time, I think Ashanti back in the day, it was like that music that we needed to hear because that was that era. Like, it was like Pretty Ricky, like when they came out, like you listen to it now, you be like, why was I listening to this shit?
That's how I feel about crunk music.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Crunk music was a shit.
But it's like, you know, that's like she was singing about heartbreak and like everything else, and we was over there 14 years old singing about something that we ain't never experienced in our life, you know?
Yeah.
But now, I mean, she can still sing about heartbreak, but like her songs now, she just be, I'm like, girl, just ghost write. Same thing, Carrie Hilson, same. Carrie Hilson. Exactly. Keisha Cole, I'm still rooting for, but at the same time, you can't, like, let your air, like, leave off on your peak.
No, I can hear new Mary J. Yeah, like Mary still says she's still putting out quality material.
She didn't have kids, you know. Like I just, oh my gosh, like I just always root for women having kids. I just like seeing many people, like a mini Mary J. Blige, a mini. Well, I don't know what a mini Mary J. Blige.
I thought you were about to say a mini 6'9" for.
No, I was gonna say like Sierra, who already had kids and stuff. But yeah, I just always root for women having kids.
Okay. As long as you can take care of them, pay for them, don't raise them up to be little sociopaths.
Obviously, they can take care of them, but
as long as they're not choking chicks out.
So bad that niggas ain't shit. So that's why people over here not having kids because niggas ain't shit. And I hope that's not me. Oh my gosh. Like I would literally just go out and maybe I'll like in what am I? I'm 27. In 10 years, if I don't have a kid, I'll go find that guy from that club.
Hey, but you never got his number though.
Exactly, I'm being sarcastic. I'm not gonna find his ass.
I'm sure that, you never know. Don't block your blessings, Queen.
That was no damn blessing. I was talking about I got overdraft protection. It's a blessing that his car didn't get declined, which I don't even know if it
that's
did.
That's a story for the kids right there.
No,
that's a story for the kids. How I Met Your Mother.
No. Your daddy was broke as hell. And look at us in this shack.
That is a great humble beginning story.
No, that is not no humble beginning story. Oh my gosh. I wish. No, that means you have to tell that story, and then if you have daughters. And well, whether you have a son too, like they believe that it's okay for a guy to approach you that way.
That's why I hope I don't ever have a girl. I never want a girl. I just don't want those problems.
You have two.
I probably will. I probably will, and I will never get a full
you
night's
out
sleep.
here wilding? You know they say like the guys that
The player's curse.
Yeah,
the player's curse, man. I hope not.
You was out here playing people?
I was not. I almost got herpes. Remember? I quit that.
I don't think you told me that story, bro.
Oh shit, we missed out. That was the early us of the show. I got to fill you in with that off camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all want to hear more about that story? I'm clean. Okay, for the record, y'all want to know the full story? Go back to our second episode. All right.
So speaking of herpes, how is this NBA young kid like getting new girls? Like now he has, that one girl who, as he was allegedly beaten, is pregnant by him, but he has a new girlfriend and like they've been on camera together. And I'm just like, how are you pulling girls and you have like it's alleged that you have herpes, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like someone has like been outed for like passing around herpes and you're gonna date this person. Like it's one thing if like not to say that even has to be a secret, but this is something that somebody accused you of giving them unknowingly, and I'm not gonna date somebody like that. Like if you just out here just wilding like that, like hell no.
His baby mama or his girl, I don't know if that's his baby mama or no, or just was his girl.
Just his baby mama.
But she was like, what's in his blood is also, we got this, what's in his blood is in my blood.
We got the same blood.
We got the same blood. Honestly, I don't think these chicks care.
That video came out of the domestic violence, which is not funny.
We just playing.
I said, bitch, you can't pull me. Bitch, you can't pull me. I was like,
we kids. We twin. We play.
We playing. Because what happened was I said, bitch, you can't pull me. Bitch, you can't pull me. I was like, what is wrong with this? Oh my gosh. Oh shit.
Just young.
Man, this is the importance of having a father in your life.
Word.
A good father.
Yeah.
Black man. Which, I actually had a conversation with my friend the other day, and I was just like, I don't really know too many, like, deadbeat fathers anymore. Like, as far as, like, my age group of, like, the guys that I know that have kids, they're all, like, very involved in their child's life.
That's good.
And I'm like, that's good because, I think that this generation is going to be that generation that stops that stereotype of it.
I hope so.
I hope so, because it really is. It really does affect, like, whether you're a female or a male, like, not having a dad in your life is, like, huge, hole in your heart.
I think all the Jay-Z's and the DJ Khaled's and the Diddy's, I think that's good for the culture. I think that's kind of like letting dudes know, hey,
I love Jay-Z now. Oh my gosh. Well, besides the cheating, but
stabbing his brother.
I don't care about that.
Oh, damn.
but as far as like him as a husband, like just how like he's taking that back seat of being like this gangsta ass person to just being like, I'm a businessman. I wear my pants a little higher than they should be. I cross my legs when I sit down and do interviews. I take
That's called disarming.
I take a backseat to whatever my wife says. Like, I just love it. Like, and it's not to say that women should punk their man into being that, but it's like he's reached that age where like all this other shit is just like for the birds. Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my family. I'm gonna be this nice, respectable ass person and be able to sit in a business meeting and have an intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Be able to sit here and cross my legs without it questioning my manhood. Be able to sit here and like sit here and like that picture of him and Blue eating and like him like cutting the food and stuff. It was just like
Kanye, that's not like, your uncle. Eat your food, sweet.
Yeah, like it's just cool to see like just a man like taking away what society tells you like masculinity is and like manhood and how you should be rough and tough with your kids, and to just be like this person that's like, what, fuck it, like I'm gonna take my daughter to ballet practice, I'm gonna drive her around and do whatever, supposed to. You're supposed to. But
I also like how they handled that, or allegedly. You remember the nigga that, and kind of getting dark, you remember that nigga that was masturbating to Blue's photo? You know what I'm talking about?
No, and I don't think I want to know.
No, well, it had a happy ending. Oh, shit. Wrong. Whoa. Okay. Wrong terminology. This story ended on a high. He mysteriously was killed. Word on Black Twitter is Julius is the one who did it. And if he was, Julius could always have a seat at my table. If that were the case.
Julius can get it. Did I tell you that? I went to Coachella earlier this year and I met Jules, who is Solange's son.
Oh, I didn't know she had a son.
Yeah, she has a son. He's like 16 now or something like that, 15 or 16. He's so nice. Oh my gosh. And so I was talking to him like of course I knew who he was, but I just was talking to him like a regular person. At the end of the day, he's a kid. Like I'm not gonna like try to coach any information out of him or like try to befriend him like like some people would do. I just stood there and like had a conversation with him. We were actually waiting for Cardi B to perform when she was performing pregnant, and like he was just so nice and well mannered. And I asked him, I was like, your mama, like, she don't play that, she's crazy, right? He was like, yeah, she is. And he was just talking about I was like, Boo's a handful, huh? His
mama told me, hey, catch me in the elevator. Shit.
He was saying how he was like, man, Blue is something else, like she just, y'all don't even know, like she's something else. And we were just like laughing, and he was just so nice. But I brought that up because I mentioned Julius to him, and I was just like, yeah, like, and Julius, he was like, well, Julius? And I was like, yeah, like, I was like, Beyonce security? And he was just like,
Uncle Julius.
Yeah, he was like, that's kind of weird that you know that. I'm like, what you don't know is I know everything about your family. But, well, not like.
That's the moment when you go, I need an adult.
No.
You start saying some shit like that.
No. I took a picture with him, but he was super nice. Like I think kids are off limits. Like if I was a reporter or something like that, like I would never interview anybody's kid or if you're under 18, like I'm not gonna interview you or anything like that. But he was so nice. He was super nice, and he was there with like one of his friends from like school. He was just like he's just like a regular kid that just happened to grow up with like money, and people just know who he is. So. Yeah. But yeah.
All right. XXXTentacion. All right. So most of you already know about those the confession tapes that come out. Did you listen? The quote unquote confession tape.
Yeah, I did listen to it. And
all right.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
Pretty interesting. Okay, can we roll the clip? Is this really anything? I don't know. There's a bit of context to this at Pittsburgh.
It's not surprising.
But you're right.
If that's what you were going.
It's not surprising. And rest in peace, X. Dad's over here rolling our eyes.
Just rest. Yes, you do. Just try to get some rest down there.
Yo, X is. All right, we don't remember. Here it is. Buffering. Okay.
Buffing.
Any second. But there's a lot of context to the story that's been left out. So I'm going to give my initial take on the clip. And then when I got some more, and I know, Des, you have yours. And then I'm going to give some information that was brought to my attention surrounding the background of this.
Okay.
She seen when I came back from Stab in Orlando. She seen when I came back, had a brand new laptop. With no tears on my face, no remorse. I just knew I was going to jail.
Can you turn it up some?
She knew. So she's scared. She thinks I'm going to kill her.
It was just like a secret recording that a friend did of him talking about how he had like murdered somebody and how.
Well, he said he stabbed. You didn't say murder.
Or okay.
There's a difference.
Stabbed.
There's a difference. I mean.
And let's retract murdered, but stabbed.
He
said he
three.
stabbed like 6 people.
8.
Oh, 8 people. Yeah.
I tried to misquote the young man.
Okay, 2 people. Yeah, let me not forget about the 2 other people that he stabbed. Like you just go around stabbing people.
So, Des, what were your thoughts when you first heard this clip?
I thought that same thing everybody been saying, that he's abusive. Like the fact that you have stabbed 8 people in your life, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you ain't defending yourself 8 times. Like that ain't self-defense.
Well.
And then I mean, ain't different people trying to come at you? Like
that's actually kind of what happened. So
whatever.
I did a little dig, and make no mistake, y'all. Okay,
well, let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
And then also, like, just the fact that he, like you said, he had no remorse. Which, okay, let's assume that they were self-defense. And he was saying that he had no remorse. He came back with a brand new laptop, and his girlfriend saw, like, she was scared of him. Like, she was scared for her life of him. She was scared that he was going to kill her.
And she should have been.
And he was excited about that. Like, the fact that he was thrilled about it and, like, proud of himself to have instilled that much fear in her. Like, that, you're a psychopath. Like, because you should not be excited that someone is scared that you're going to kill them. Like that's how we look at races. Like people that are truly racist, they're psychopaths. Like because you thrive on the fear that these people have of you.
Well, there's different levels of racism. I wouldn't call every racist a psychopath. A lot of it is just ignorance.
I mean, yeah, but the extreme ones, KKK.
Yeah.
Those would be.
It's definitely delusional group thinking. Like definitely like a shared delusion.
Yeah, as far as like he goes, like X is just like the scum of the earth. Like
so, I halfway agree with you. Okay, man. This is why I say halfway. Okay, we all know X. Y'all know I love X's music. Okay, I was sad that when he died, I had mixed reactions.
Did you become like a new fan of him?
No, I was already listening to his music.
Okay.
Was that
6ix9ine that you just? I don't know. Go ahead.
No, you confused me with Nana. It's on record. I've been saying X was special ever since the BET cipher. Yeah, I've been saying X was special, but when later after he kind of blew up, the court documents came out about his abusive past, and at that moment, I was like, "Yo, this motherfucker's a piece of shit." I still stand by those comments. Okay, I like his music. I thought he was special in music, but he was a piece of shit. Okay, I can't defend some of the shit that the abuse shit that he did. However, but shortly before he died, after these recordings, at least publicly, it looked like the young man was trying to be less shit, be less not shit. And that's all you can do. I'm not saying that discredits anything. I'm not saying that erases his past. It doesn't make up for the people you hurt, you abused.
So what do you think about this clip?
This clip right here. Initially, I was like, well, first, it doesn't tell us anything that we didn't know. It's an old clip. We already knew that the motherfucker wasn't shit. So it still doesn't change my opinion. Right. I think he died as a work in progress rather than to say that he was just a horrible individual. His story was just incomplete to me.
Right.
Now, more information has come out by this YouTuber Dom is Live. He kind of ripped off of Academics a little bit. They were kind of rivals. I don't know. Do you know what DJ Academics?
Yeah, I know Academics, but I haven't heard the other guy.
Yeah, I fucked with Dom is Live, but he recently kept on. I mean, he's been doing a lot of X pandering since he died, and that kind of like threw me off of him. But he brought some good details about this story. He played a video where it showed the context of this stabbing thing. In this incident, right? It showed a video of X getting out of the car, like getting out of some car, niggas walking behind him like he was surrounded, and niggas like, watch your back, watch your back, watch your back. X in his camp, there may be like 2 of them, they were jumped, okay, attacked. So you could clearly see in the video where X pulls out a knife, and it's clear as day that it's self-defense. It's clear as day it's self-defense.
Okay, so we got, how many people did he stab that day?
I mean, you didn't see anyone actually get stabbed, you just saw like all the scuffle. But he himself confesses that he says that he stabbed 8. But you know, niggas lie on their dicks sometimes, so he probably maybe stabbed maybe 3.
But he didn't stab 8 people that day.
No.
So, like, let's say he stabbed 1 or 2 people. Okay, you have to explain these other 6. Like, were they all self-defense? But it's also like, you know, if people are coming at you like that, because I'm assuming, okay, so all of these, like, police reports and stuff came out after he became kind of famous.
Yeah.
So this was all prior to you being famous. So you can't just blame it on like people just trying to come at you because you're famous. Like you obviously have some type of relationship with these people or some background with these people.
True.
So I think no matter what, like regardless of why you stab those people, I'm less focused on the stabbing and more focused on the results that you got from it, and that you're thrilled that this girl is scared that you're gonna kill her.
And that is where I can't defend him. You know, I can't defend him in terms of he's glad that people are scared of him. I think he has this Machiavellian way of thinking where I'd rather be feared than loved at that time.
Yeah, and you know, I think if she knew him to be a great person and to be a soft, caring person who just happened to be in situations where he had to defend himself and stab 8 people, you wouldn't be scared of that person because you would just know that, okay, I know that all these incidents are just you trying to defend yourself. Like you're never scared of your dad like shooting a robber who breaks into the house and robs the house. Like you're not gonna be scared of your dad and like that he's gonna kill you.
Maybe I'm say X was probably abusing the hell out of this girl that he was with in this time period. Right. Very well. You know, very well.
If you stab this guy because he's trying to attack you, like, but you beating on me and I'm not trying to attack you, like, you very well may one day stab me too, or you try to kill me. So, you know, I just think, you know, at the end of the day, he ain't shit.
Yeah, like, here's the bullshit, though, that I just gotta call it bullshit, okay? Because we all know this dude, you don't know Dom is Live, but he's always trying to clear up X's name and paint him to be, like, this really good person. And I already said my opinion. He wasn't shit. But he died at least trying to improve.
Trying to redeem himself.
Yes, trying to. Now, you know, kind of like with the whole court thing, like how his domestic case dropped, you know, after he died. Like, how you gonna prosecute a dead man?
Yeah, like
So
there's no case to be had.
So let's keep it a buck. So I get what this guy is doing by trying to clear up, like adding context. And yeah, Pitchfork did take a clip of the audio and took it completely out of context. But it still doesn't change the fact that X by far was no angel during this time at all.
Yeah.
So that's that. As far as my opinions haven't changed. Okay, I still think I love his music. Yeah. I would have loved to see what he could have been. Not dismissing anything that you did in the past, but I would have liked to see what he could have been.
I don't even care to listen to his music to see if he was actually a talented individual, because like, if you are that thrilled to have a woman scared of you, like, I'm scared to listen to your music.
I'm not mad at that.
So
I'm not mad at that.
But as far as off of him and onto new music for the week, new music is this Cardi record called Money. Now, she originally explained that it was supposed to be on her album Invasion of Privacy, but it didn't make the cut. But she still loved the record, so she was going to release it. It actually got leaked a few days prior, I think 1 or 2 days before she intended on releasing it. And of course, she blamed it on the Barbs, like them trying to like ruin, steal her shine.
Nikki still trying to take the bag.
But I think the first time I listened to it, I wasn't too impressed. And I do, I'm a Cardi fan. But at the same time, like anything she puts out is gonna be a hit. So I wasn't like too
whoa.
Well, it has, like, almost every song on her last album has went platinum.
Okay. So yeah, like, but you remember the follow up to Bodak Yellow? That Cardi got body like
but it still went platinum.
That shit was fucking trash.
It doesn't matter. Like, but that's the thing. Like, once you reach that level of success, like anything you listen to is gonna get spins. At least.
Got you.
So like this record, it was just different. It's not like when I listened to it, I was expecting it to be like a club banger because it's called Money, and it very well can be played in the club. But it was just like, it's a lot of her rapping, and even the chorus is her like rap. Like, it's not like a chant that you can do in the club. Like, it is, but it isn't. It's just kind of different. It just is a mix between like a rap song where you just straight spitting bars and an actual club banger. Like, it's just a mix. So it's right in between. But we got the clip up, so we're gonna play it.
Before we play it, I just want to say, man, if she's not taking any shots at Nicki, I really don't want to hear this shit. Okay, I'm tired of all this sneak dissing, all of the the fucking Cold War shit going on. All right, like, I gotta play the clip.
Look. My bitch is all bad, my niggas all real. I ride in dick and some big tall hills, big fat checks, big large
bills. What does it sound like?
Run out, flip like 10 car wheels. Cold ass bitch, I give raw chills. 10 different looks, and my looks so kill.
I like it now. I listened to it last night. I went to the club.
In the car, that's wheels on wheels. Woo! I was born to flex. Yes. Diamonds on my neck.
Okay.
I like boarding jets. I like morning sex.
She took this flow from somebody. Who is it?
More than checks. Money. All I really wanna see is the money. I don't really need a deal.
She jacked this flow.
All a bad bitch need is the money. I got bands in the coop, bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop. Touch me, I'll shoot. Wow, shake a little ass. You get a little bag and take it to the store. Get a little cash.
I fucks with it, but she stole this flow. I just can't think who right now.
Bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop.
Yeah, so
I fuck with it.
It's a club banger. Like, I definitely heard it in the club. I definitely like listened to it on the way to the club and everything. It's just the first time I listened to it, I wasn't expecting her to be like just straight bars like the whole time. Like, just even right off the bat. Sometimes they come off the bat like kind of like with the chorus or like whatever. But yeah, I like it. I mean, like, a lot of people was trolling her, and she said. A lot of people were saying that it was trash and stuff. Of course, like the Barbs were saying it was trash. And to be honest, I wasn't like 1,000% fan of it. It's not my favorite of hers, but I do like it. And she compared it to Be Careful with me, and she was like, when that song came out, everybody thought it was trash, including me. Like, me and my friends were at my house when it came out, and we listened to it. We were like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh, I knew Be Careful was gonna be a hit,
but then we kept hearing it, and it was like, okay, now I see what you're doing. Like, if you listen to the whole song, then you can see what she's doing with it, and it's like, okay, now I see, and so the same thing with this song. Like, I like it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always in like any song that gives female empowerment, where you over here, encouraging us to just Fuck dudes. Niggas get money.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, because what if old girl from Dr. Phil, because it will happen, that she end up being the next bad baby.
No, she's not going to be a rapper. She's not going to be a rapper because all black people are rappers, and rapping is just so beneath me.
Her ass will go to country or some shit. But yo, my thoughts.
Country slanger.
Yeah. But my thoughts on the song, I like it. But Cardi, real talk, you got to stop stealing flows. I can't think. This is my first time. This is my first time stealing. She stole. No, she jacked this flow.
We're not going to say it unless we can give the proof of what flow she stole it from.
Yeah, it's not gonna come to me right now. I know for a fact she jacked this flow.
All right,
it'll come to me later.
Well, you can't say you know for a fact until you find it. So
I know.
I'm willing to listen to what you're saying. I'm willing to hear you out. However, we can't do those allegations without backing it up.
Fair. Fair.
Backing it up.
Hey.
I'm talking shit and now I'm backing it
up. Hey, look, you can't lie though. Invasion of privacy. That shit went hard.
Yeah.
She had me with Get Up 9 of whatever the first song, the intro, basically the Meek Mill shit.
Yes. Like, okay. Oh my god.
Like, come on, man. That shit. I work out to that shit. Like, that's in my workout playlist. Like,
she's dope.
But like, that's another example though.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if she don't write her own raps. It doesn't matter. Like, it's all about presence, and people fuck with her. Like, even before she was on Love and Hip Hop, she was viral off of her videos.
Yeah,
like she made them funny videos. People fuck with her. Like it's just something that's gonna happen. Like you can't be mad at that. Like at the end of the day, people don't fuck with Nicki on the same level because it's two different levels. Like Cardi had worked her way up to where she's at, and now like she worked her way up to get into the audience and having the platform, then being on Love and Hip Hop and having that platform, and then now being a rapper. So she worked her way up to it. Nicki came out as a rapper, so now you're trying to get people to fuck with you on a like personal level, and it's like, no, we just know you as a rapper.
Exactly.
So just be a rapper. Like we're not really checking for you making funny videos, or your personality. We're checking for.
Yeah, like, Queen Radio is kind of fire though. You can't even lie.
I haven't listened.
Oh yeah,
giving it a real listen because I didn't want to. I didn't know what it was, so I didn't want to just listen to something that's like gonna be negative all the time.
Yeah, it's a bit negative. I fucks with it. I fuck with it. Cocksucker of the week. Yo, I fucks with Queen Radio.
I mean, I'll listen to one episode. I'm not gonna listen to one where she talked about Cardi, but like, as long as she's doing something positive or like something where people can see her personality a little bit more, that's great. Because I still like Nicki, but at the same time, I don't want to sit here and hear her like bashing people on fucking.
I really don't care to hear her say shit about Cardi unless it's in bars.
Neither one of them. Like at the end of the day, this is not going to go away until they fight because that
already happened.
Well, no, it didn't really happen because she only got that knot from security, so it didn't really happen. And Nicki's not going to fight her, but that's the thing. Cardi is from the street. Like I said, she worked her way up to this. Like 2 years ago, we didn't know. Like 3 years ago, nobody knew who she was, wasn't checking for her, and now she's famous. So like she handled everything like she used to handle back at home. Like, nah, you talking all this shit, get out there. Like meet me outside. Nicki, on the other hand, she not finna fight nobody. So.
No, because Nicki has more to lose.
Yeah, she does have more to lose, but you also like you have to come at the right people. Like like I think Nicki knows she shies away from the people that she knows she can't like do nothing with. Like Remy Ma, like she went to jail for shooting somebody. Like
she said, you only pull up on, and then Remy Ma said to Nicki, you only pull up on Mariah because Mariah don't carry.
Yeah, yeah,
shit.
So it's like she picks her battles and chooses her wars, and she knows that Cardi will pop off and will try to hit her. Whereas like Remy Ma is going, she just got off for probation and now she's pregnant. So like Remy Ma ain't finna run up on Nicki Minaj. So she still
would, but thank God Pap is always somewhere nearby. It's either Pap or Fat Joe.
Probation for sure. Not when now that she's like pregnant, maybe after the baby, if Nicki talking mess, she might run up on her. But other than that, like. She wasn't gonna do it with
because Queen Remy is a high flight risk. Okay, if you notice in all of her interviews, she either has Papoose next to her or she has Fat Joe next to her, or that if they're not in the interview present, they're somewhere on the outside.
Yeah,
like you can't just let Remy just be free to. Oh no,
yeah. But I think I just love where Remy's going. Although she did that like shitty ass Bill Cosby opinion on the state of the culture.
What'd she say?
When she was just saying like, I don't believe these women, like like I think this was all like a setup and like all this other shit.
Elaborate. So was she talking about all of the women?
Yeah, like she was basically, she was saying like, I don't believe that this happened. Like,
so
I
none of
that
them.
I believe that this is like a setup.
Okay.
So like, she just was just like, no, like none of this is making sense. And like the justice system always got the black people and stuff, because she went to jail. So like that was her. I don't know if that was like a paid opinion or what, but but yeah, like other than that, I fuck with Remy. I like her. We could do without her music because she stands for a lot more than just her music now. But she has her foundation for women that have been incarcerated. She also has, she lost all her weight, like doing it the right way, not getting surgery. Like Nicki Minaj, she actually just changed her diet and like she eats a lot of fruits and vegetables. Like I don't know if she's vegan or vegetarian, but she doesn't eat a lot of meat or anything. And then like just they got their baby, like she's living her best life.
Oh yeah,
and it seems like, to be honest, everybody's living their best life except Nicki. So
yeah, facts.
She's just kind of walking around just bitter and just like talking shit about everybody. So and I want her to win, but it's just like, girl, you can only win. Like, think about the people you got around you, like Ra, Ali. We ain't never seen her. She's supposed to got married and we ain't never seen her man. Or like we don't even know if she still got a man. Or
I think Nicki needs Safari, With Safari, she had balance.
It's over though. I
don't think so.
And that wasn't healthy. So I'm not gonna encourage them to get back together because
you're right. She was abusing the hell out of Safari.
He said that she stabbed him and all types of stuff, and I believe it. Like,
don't you just feel bad for Safari? Like, I just want to see. I do. I just want to see Safari win. I love Safari.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I believe that he was like perfect. Because he was cheating. He did a lot of cheating.
He did.
And she said that he was like using her money to like pay for prostitutes and stuff. Like,
damn,
like high end prostitutes. So,
damn.
Yeah. Like,
but if you were gonna pay for a prostitute, wouldn't you pay for a high end one than a cheap one? Come on.
Why would you pay for sex? And if his cock is as big as it's supposed to be,
why would you pay for sex? Why the fuck not? It's like, but you skip all the dating bullshit, skip all the, just pay for it up front. You don't have to take that gamble, that risk. Now, I've never paid for sex before. I know people that have. I don't knock it.
Experience.
I've never paid.
You asked me earlier today if I did a walk of shame. Have you walked of shame from a prostitute?
I've never walked of shame from a prostitute, but I asked you. I asked you about the walk of shame with me. You just came in here, so
I said that I was hung over.
Hung over. You had a good time last night. You come in here. This what looks like a night evening dress.
I had a good time last night. When did you hear me having a good time at the club last night?
When you told the story about your future husband in the club.
No, that was not a good time. That was not a good time. It was not a good time at all.
But there is nothing wrong with paying for sex. I mean, either way you doing it, it's just one way. It's up front. You know what you're getting. It's a done deal. And
why would you? I don't know. I just, to me, it's like anybody that's willing to sell their sex, like, is questionable.
You're not selling sex. You're selling time. Whatever y'all do during that time.
Like, okay, but like for me, I couldn't be a prostitute in the simple fact of like that means that whoever is willing to pay is who you got to have sex with. And it's like, no, like I want to be selective with who I'm going to share my body and exchange fluids with.
And if you're independent, you could. If you're an independent prostitute, you definitely could. Well, the term is escort. Yeah.
And then you got to pimp.
Yeah, you got to pimp. Then you lose the power of choice.
We're not gonna have this conversation. I just feel
we gonna have this conversation. Okay.
There's no point in paying for sex, bro. Like
what
you paying for sex, you paying for if you pay for sex and the girl give you herpes, what you gonna do?
See, that's because you try to get the cheap ones with discounts. Don't go to the ones with deals. Okay, because I served Backpage before. You see the ones that have weekend deals or no, fuck all that. Okay, I want the ones that start.
Backpage.
Yeah, I think they shut the shit down now.
Yeah,
but I would definitely because I was just curious.
Were you? Were you? I don't know. You just looked off. I was just curious. Yeah, you was gonna pay for some. That's what you was gonna do. Play for pay.
It was okay. I'm an advocate. Okay, I'm not against a woman. Look, I'm more of a feminist than you. I am not against a woman who wants to use her assets to come up in life.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying, me personally, I can't do it, and me personally, like, I just don't see why men do it. Like, if you want to get one off, and you just want a nice looking girl, I guess, but at the same time, I just feel like I don't know. Like, even like the man that I end up with, like my husband, like I would hope that he didn't have to pay for sex with nobody. Like, I would hope that he wouldn't even want to like share his body that much, like with just a stranger.
But think about all the $200 dates, all the free meals, all the free outings, shit like that, and then you might get the pussy. Just you might get the pussy. But there are
girls that I know, like I have.
How many niggas you finesse? Like that's exactly why dudes get prostitutes. When all you do is pay $500 for a flat fee.
There, women, we want one night stands too. Like
this gigolos.
But what I'm saying is, like, you don't always have to spend money to get somebody to sleep with you. Like, women, like these guys that are having one night stands, they're sleeping with women.
Yeah.
So like, obviously there are women out here that are willing to have one night stands.
You know what? A lot of guys, especially the older ones too, what I've read is a lot of guys just want time. They don't even want to have sex. They want to take a young lady out. She listens to her.
My time.
Yeah, watch movies, shit like. But you still selling time regardless. If you're an escort, they're not paying for sex. They paying for your time. Y'all are just two people hanging out, and whatever happens.
My rate would go up for sex. It'd be like 20 grand.
20 grand? Okay, where's your portfolio? Okay, like I need to know your work history. I'll go drop 20 grand. Okay, I need to see a couple videos. I need some fucking reviews. I need some reviews, some Yelps. So
if your favorite porn star, who's your favorite porn star?
Damn, that is hard. That is fucking hard. Favorite porn star right now, Mariah Mills.
Never heard her.
Okay, let's go with Tiana Trump.
Never heard her. I mean,
what?
It doesn't matter.
When did you last watch porn? In mid 2000s? Okay, let's say Cherokee.
No regulars that I watch.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, we're not gonna talk about my whatever.
Leela Starr.
The point is, what I was getting at. Okay, if your favorite porn star offered escort services, would you pay for it?
Hell yeah. But price does depend. It does depend.
But it was 20 grand.
If it was 20 grand,
your favorite porn star, 20 grand.
Shit, if I had 20 grand.
Would you scrape it up and give it to her?
Shit. No, I wouldn't scrape it up. But if I had it like that, which one day I will.
Oh, shit, so now because you have seen their portfolio.
Hell yeah. Okay, you gotta have experience to get the job. Okay, get the work. Shit. But yeah, 20 grand. Some of them are worth it.
Man, I don't know. Like,
actually, no. There's no piece of pussy worth 20 grand.
Okay, you said Mariah Mills and who else?
Mariah Mills.
You said Tiana Trump.
I'm
gonna look these girls up to see
who do you know?
Doing. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody by name.
Okay, like you don't know any porn stars by name?
Except there's like a old one that I know by name.
Light skin?
No, she's dark skin.
Cherokee?
No.
Big ass?
Yeah.
Good.
Like not.
What's her name? Shit, because it's crazy. Because I actually know more porn stars than I do actual actresses. That's the thing. If you just give me a short description, I can identify who it is.
Oh, what was her name? Oh gosh.
Assuming she's black.
Yeah, she's black. I don't.
Or a white girl with a big ass.
I do not watch white. I don't watch any other race.
Do you watch lesbian porn?
Sometimes.
Like, females do.
What was it called? Scissoring? Yeah.
Scissoring? Yeah.
Yeah, it's more intimate than being fucked.
Yeah. So. Like, you seen the woman, what was it, the female or women's category in Pornhub? It's a lot more intimate, more of a story development.
Oh, yeah. I'll just like search like, it's called tribing, ebony tribing.
Oh, is it tribing or tribbing? I always thought it was tribbing.
Or whatever. Whatever. It's, that's like if I want to see women, that's what I search because it's ebony everything because I can't even watch interracial porn. Like it bothers me. Like the black girls fucking the white guys.
That bothers me.
Or even the white girls fucking the black guys.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, reparations. All right, I'm completely okay with that. But I feel a certain way when I see reparations. Okay.
Oh my god.
Shit, fuck a white chick for every place colonized, every country colonized. Shout out Mr. Marcus, the goat. Okay. Mr. Marcus, Brian Pumper.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know any guys. Like I actually didn't start watching porn until like maybe a few years ago.
For a few years ago?
Yeah.
You're kind of a late bloomer, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't start having sex until I was 20.
That don't mean shit. I've been watching porn since I was 11.
I know, like
12, 11, whenever I had a computer in my room.
Porn is like disgusting. And I actually didn't even start watching it more until I found out about like the ebony tribbing or like the girl on girl stuff. That's just more so like, okay, like, cause I'm just like, I don't like rough sex. So
I love rough sex. I love rough sex. If you like, what do you mean by rough? Maybe that's where
okay. So to me, there's two categories. It's like there's a difference of us like making love and us fucking. I don't like to fuck very often.
Okay.
So like fucking for me is just like, just like rough. Like it's not intimate. Like it may not be like kissing and stuff like that.
The Mimi shower rods.
So like. I did watch that.
Yeah, who didn't?
I was like, what in the world is this hanging from the shower? That's a strong ass shower rod.
Yeah. And they sold out too.
Yeah, I was gonna say they started selling them out. But yeah, I don't like that. But I also just like having sex with people I'm into. So.
Like with porn too. I also like porn that has like, I guess, conditions. Like such as like the female is kind of like in a moral dilemma. There we go. It's kind of like in a moral dilemma. I love those kind of like those casting calls. Or one of my favorite series.
Bad he missed this episode.
One of my favorite series is called Border Bangers. These girls gotta fuck. They get caught trying to cross illegally, right? So they gotta fuck the patrol officer to get into the. I love shit like that.
Oh my gosh! Lord forgive us. Lord forgive us.
Yeah, no. I love border bangers. Yes, border bangers. Okay, I love dilemmas, like moral dilemma types.
Yeah.
Like I don't have enough.
And it actually takes a while for me to even find one that I like. Like I don't be I don't.
Or realtors, you don't have enough for the house. May work some out. Your son.
Those. Oh my gosh, like stepmom, F's the hell.
Oh, I love those.
I hate those.
I love those.
I hate those. It's so disgusting.
Like with the MILF, her daughter is failing.
Or like their brother and sister, and then they're just like, oh, big brother.
Yeah. It sounds creepy too when you say it out loud, because people think just because, like, if you like a certain type of porn, that's what you want in real life. No. Okay. But it's like, I love the ones with the MILFs, with the with the stepmom or mom. Where let's say the son needs a passing grade and the principal comes over.
No scenario. I would rather be two people who coming over to have sex with each other. Don't make it seem like they have to be brother and sister. They have to be stepmom and stepdad and everything else. Like, or oh my god, I saw one that I tried to get through and I just couldn't. I had to click off. It was like, it was the stepmom and the dad. So like they were married, and then it was like their kids. And then they just like basically like swapped and like fucked each other.
Oh yes, it's called daughter swap. I love those.
Oh my gosh, I was like, what in the world? Like, oh my gosh. So,
but see, the Asians, they get on some weird shit.
No, I don't venture out. Like Pornhub is not like I'm very. For me to have a big butt, I'm very like prude when it comes to sex. Like I don't be doing no extraness, like to a certain extent. But like I have to really like you.
Because you have a big butt that you're a prude. There's a reason why I say that is I feel girls who aren't beautiful or maybe not have the best body, they feel that they have more that they have to compensate for, so they try harder. I think when you already got the package, you a little bit lazy.
Oh yeah.
You're lazy. Are you?
Oh yes. Yep. And I blame it on one of my exes. Like I mean, I'm sorry. Like if
go ahead, we're talking about it. Okay, we talking about it.
But I'm sorry. Like I just had a lot of cases where guys like come quick or like the guy I'm dating, like if you come quick on a regular, like it takes a while to get like used to you or whatever. So they say.
And that's why I think one night stands are kind of unfair, because it's like as a guy you only get like one shot. One shot. Yeah. But like you said, you gotta get used to them.
Yeah, but. For me, it's just like, or especially like, hitting it from the back. Like, my guys can't handle it. So I don't have to do much. Like, it's just, like.
Lazy ass. So that's what I'm saying. That's why
that's what I've been trained on. Like, the guys I've dated, like, that's.
See, they get on that happy to be here shit.
Right.
They're just happy to be here.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying give big girls a chance. Because one of the best oral experience I ever got was from a big girl. Okay. Niggas clown me for that shit college, but I'm telling you, that was one of the best experience way before I met my queen today. All right, I have to throw that out there.
Wow, I don't know what to say about that. I haven't slept with a big guy.
Were you ever ugly?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I don't. Let me take it back. I don't think I was ever like ugly. I feel like I just didn't know my potential. Like, you know, I feel like everybody has like potential. Like literally, I run into people from like high school and they're like, "You look familiar," because they don't recognize me because I look different. Well, for one, because I've gotten braces since high school and everything else. Mm-hmm. But you know, I was just a very like meek little kid. Like, you know, just like minding my business. I mean, I had like gaps. I was like super skinny, so like people would think I was like anorexic. Mm-hmm. You know, I always had long hair. Like my hair was always long. But other than that, like I didn't really talk to people. You know, it was just like I kind of stuck to my friends. Mm-hmm. So I think like in that stage of life, like I kind of felt like invisible. So that made me kind of feel ugly. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that I was ever just like an ugly kid. Because like even now, like guys that picked on me in like elementary school would be like Facebook messaging me like, "Hey, how you been?" Like I always had a crush on you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you made me feel like shit.
Where's that energy? Just keep the same energy. Let's keep the same energy.
Right.
See, I actually hope my daughter, if I have a daughter, it's actually both kids. Hell, I hope my kids are ugly as kids, and they grow up to be good-looking good-looking adults. You know why? Because it's a humbling experience. When you're an ugly girl,
it can go both ways.
I see.
You know, my ex that y'all want to have on the show, it went the opposite way.
Nana does, but he's more than welcome. He just better come with the bars if he gonna spit.
Well, whatever. He went the opposite. He went like on the route of like, oh, I'm fine now. Like I'm gonna break every girl's heart that ever broke mine. Like just on some like revenge type shit.
Oh, that's the nice guy archetype.
And then like for me, I think, you know, I grew into it and like it's taken me a while to like kind of learn into like how to manage it. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes like I forget like the caliber, like we talked about this, but like the caliber of guys that I can pull now versus like, you know, what I actually like date, you know, like it's kind of hard because when you can now pull a guy that does have money and is very attractive and, you know, he might not be shit, but you can pull that guy versus like, you know, normal me before I like kind of blossomed, I guess you could say. I would have dated like the nice guy, like who cares like what he has, and you know, so it's kind of like trying to find like that balance. So
right now you're saying nice guys, you're just not feeling that right now.
No, I'm trying to like get back into that realm of like, not to say that I didn't date nice guys before, because like one of my,
I mean, you didn't have a choice back then though.
Super nice, but I mean, I'm talking about just like recently, like 2 years ago, the one from like 2 years ago, the one on the first date, like he was like super nice. He had some other issues, but he was super nice. So yeah, now I'm just trying to like, it's kind of hard to like, it's hard to kind of maneuver like and see past it, because then you got this fine ass dude that's in your face and you like, okay, let's do that. And then you find yourself like not getting texts back or not getting calls back just because he's like fine and he could pull any girl, but then like also trying to get somebody who you're attracted to but who's also going to treat you right. Like that's like the hard balance that I'm trying to like maneuver through.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the club is not the place to meet them.
Oh, no, I don't see. That's another thing too. I don't go to the club looking to meet guys. Like I go there to have fun with my friends. Now 9 times out of 10 there's gonna be like, you know, some guys that try to talk to me, but you rarely gonna get my number in the club. Or even I'm actually like pretty nice when it comes to guys approaching me in the club, because I know how I've had my heart broken when I felt like, you know, in my like middle school days. And I
see, that was the ugly you. That's the benefits of you being ugly in the past. Because now you have a much more appreciation or higher appreciation for.
So I'll still like take a guy's number, or even if I give him my number, I just won't like text him or text him back or like answer his calls if he calls me. Like I'll just like block his number or something like that.
Okay.
Which could be, you know, arguably could be worse than just saying no. But, you know, I always feel bad because I know how it is to like approach somebody and be like turned down or felt, you know, muster up that courage and then to be told no.
Yeah.
Like, so I just have a hard time telling people no when they approach me.
Aw. So you just don't text back? Or you give them a fake number?
No, I just don't text back. I can't do the fake number thing because I can never remember them. And now a lot of guys will call you.
Yeah, they will call you right on the spot.
Oh, call me right now. And then it's like, dang. And that happened to my best friend last night. It's that guy that was talking to her while I was getting violated. He was like, call me right now. Like, I saw him like making her call. And so then she walks off and rolls her eyes and was like, he made me call him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's hard. It's hard being a girl out here now. But at the end of the day, like, where do you meet nice guys anyway? So, like, unless it's, like, through a referral of, like, a friend or something like that. But at the same time, like, if it don't work out, that's awkward. Because one of my ex-boyfriends was one of my coworkers' cousins. So it's like, you know, I mean, not that I stopped working at that company anyway, but it did make it a little awkward.
Is that the same one trying to get on the show?
No. That was my recent ex-boyfriend from 2 years ago with the 6-hour first date.
Oh, okay. Damn, 6 hours. All right. This is an awkward change of subject, but Pittsburgh shootings.
Man,
okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right, so Pittsburgh shootings, 11 people dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to all those.
Yeah.
Okay, so a fuck dude by the name of, what's his name? Robert Bowers. All right, Robert Bowers looked like.
White man.
Huh?
White man.
Of course. That didn't even need to be said. You already know. All right. Went out to go commit, shot at what do you call the Jewish church?
I don't know how to pronounce it. So.
Synagogue. Okay.
Synagogue, okay.
Yeah. So went and opened fire to the synagogue with the intention to kill Jews. And you know what? Jewish people.
And he did. He killed 11 of them.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Well, not really crazy, but do you know what defines a health crime? I mean, a hate crime?
No.
A hate crime. I was reading this. Someone made a statement about the difference between a hate crime and a terrorist act, a domestic terrorism. They say a hate crime focuses on a certain group of people. You know, like you're like the violence is meant to target that group of people because of who they are. A domestic terroristic act is more so focused on executing an ideology through violence, okay, like a belief or a principle.
Oh, okay.
But
they could be one and the same.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
it's like
you would only hate a certain group of people based on their religion or whatever.
Yeah.
Because of your like ideas towards it.
Exactly. Because let's say if my agenda is I believe that America is impure, there needs to be one pure race. You know.
Right. Hitler.
Yeah. It's a mixture of both. I think this dude should be charged as a domestic terrorist, and I think he should get the death penalty.
He's the way. That's not gonna happen. And that's the sad thing. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to call something like terrorist. I think that Americans are just scared to use that word for Americans. You know, like, so I think that's why they shy away from like calling these incidents like terrorist attacks or anything like that. Because when we think of terrorists as American, we think of someone other than a white person.
Yeah,
doing it. You know, so I think if he was any other race, like if he was an Indian man or a black man or something like that. Okay, terrorists.
Yeah.
But because, well, not even black. I just feel like the foreign ones, the foreign races, they're quick to throw the word terrorist at it. But, when it comes to actual white person, like, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's sad because, I mean, essentially, like, according to those definitions, like, it would be true. But, and then as far as the death penalty, I did see, like, Donald Trump was saying, like, I want to bring back the death penalty and he shouldn't have to wait years for it and all this other stuff.
Donald Trump says he does want to bring it back?
Yeah.
See, the thing with, I've been saying that we need to have the death penalty, but hearing it come from Donald Trump, I just have to assume that
it's like,
this ain't looking good for black people, okay? Like,
no.
Yes,
and then he's saying, like, you shouldn't, because, when you are on death row, like, you still wait years and then you're executed. So he's saying, like, you shouldn't have to wait years for it. It should just be
I somewhat agree with that, actually, because I can just imagine waiting years to be killed.
But it's Donald Trump, so I don't want to agree with it anymore now. So it's like, because if that's the case, then we're gonna be like, you shot you shot an unarmed person, or like you shot another gang member or whatever. And he died. You need to go on death row, and then like you get sentenced, and then a week later you get killed.
Yeah,
like that's like people are dropping like flies, So Yeah, does this guy deserve the death penalty? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I think that this goes into plan with Trump's agenda, you know, long term when it comes to bringing back the death penalty and trying to use that against like just imagine all the people that are on death row right now. If Trump passes something that's like, oh no, like you wait a week and then you get killed, boom. Like that's how many thousands of people are on death row right now.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
You know, like that's just people like instantly, and not to mention like a lot of times the people that are on death row, they don't get killed immediately because like I think that's just like a buffering point to give time in case something else happens. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like a lot of these cases where these people did 30 years and, you know, in prison, whatever, then they found out to not be guilty.
Yeah.
Like just imagine how they've been executed right away.
Yeah.
You know, like, so it's kind of fine line.
Because that's
especially when it's Donald Trump and he's the extremist.
Yeah. I guess that's my only problem with the death penalty is the fact that it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're going to take a life, you need to be
like this guy. Yes, you did.
Oh, he did that shit.
You did it. You get killed.
Fuck him.
However, these other people, I think, calm down. Like unless we know for a fact that it was them that did it, then you know they can continue to wait on death row.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Especially in cases like, let's say, child molesters and all of them, you know for a fact they did it, man. Cut them off.
Right.
Right there.
Right. Exactly. Because I mean. Yeah, you don't even want them to be. I mean, a lot of people become. It's amazing how many people look into people that go to jail and like write them and like be pen pals with them. And I'm like, just think about it. Like these people still kind of have communication with the outside world via letters and stuff like that. So, and just I don't know. I just think that person's like legacy should just be done. Like,
yeah.
Like I don't want them to have the opportunity to be able to influence the world.
You're no longer a person. Okay, you're just a fucking number. All right, you're just a fucking number. Yeah, exist. That is your new identity. You are no longer a citizen.
Take a number. Wait for your number to be called.
You fucking animal in a cage. That's it.
Man. And then, speaking of animals in cages, do you watch How to Get Away with Murder?
Nah, I kind of fell off of it.
Oh man, this last episode was so good. Oh my gosh, like so good.
Yeah, I missed that one
for you.
I'm probably not gonna see it.
Man,
like I like Scandal.
So. Viewers, listeners, if you didn't watch it, just go ahead and fast forward to this part because I'm gonna spoil it. But man, she took a case all the way to the Supreme Court, and it's her first case, so it's the first case that she's gonna try, and like she just knew that she was gonna lose it, so she had to do something crazy, and she was actually gonna motion for a mistrial, and she decided not to, and they did the most powerful thing that I've seen on TV in a while.
What?
And it was she went up there and she talked to the jury, and then she had one of her students come and tape a rectangle, like the same size of the cell that the guy was in, because she's pleading that he killed another inmate off of insanity because he was in the hole for like almost a year, and then he came out and 2 days later killed somebody. So she's trying to say, you know, insanity, which is a viable reason. So they taped it to be the same size of the cell, and so she was like, you know, for 1 minute. We're going to listen to everything that he heard in that cell that he was in for X amount of days and X amount of minutes or whatever. Yeah. So she stands in the box and she's silent.
Okay.
And it's just like silence for like 2 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's funny because they cut to the jurors and everything and everybody's kind of like uncomfortable. Like
I got it.
You know, it's just like a really powerful, it's like silence is deafening. Like, you know, man, it was just so powerful, and I was so excited about the episode.
Yeah,
and she won.
She won?
Yeah, she won. She won. She got him to be able to go to an insane asylum, which, you know, will like not an insane asylum, but, you know, a place for people that.
What did he do?
Behavioral health hospital. He originally went in for, I forgot what his original crime was for, but because he was a boxer and stuff, like he ended up getting sent to the hole, and then for like a really long time, and then he came out, and then some inmate. I mean, because if you think about it, like you're not used to even people being around you, talking to you, or anything like that, and then somebody comes up to you and provoking you, like, "Oh, you think you big man on campus now?"
Yeah,
and it's like he just like beat the shit out the guy, like he beat him to death.
I wonder if this was a homage to that Tyson incident years ago. Remember when he got out of jail or something? He was telling the dude, I can't even repeat the words because he was just going in. He was saying a lot of homophobic slurs towards this guy who told him he had to wear a straight jacket. Hey, Jack, can you pull that video up? Tyson he was threatening some guy, calling him a bunch of F words and what was he saying? He was saying, I'll fuck you till you love me. Oh. So yeah, he was going in. This shit was legendary, yo. Yeah,
if you just Google Tyson F me.
Yeah, like Tyson was just going off. This is what this kind of sounds like. It sounds like that's what it kind of sounds like. Wait, so
you're saying the inmate that died?
Well, I'm talking about the boxing situation. Oh. And him beating the shit out of the guy. Tyson didn't beat the shit out of this guy, but it looked like he wanted to, and he was held back. But he went off, all the way off. Okay? Oh, by the way, pause it real quick. Put out this. Okay, before we play this clip, okay, this was made, I think, 90-something, all right? So, he says a lot of slurs that we at the safe place don't agree with, for all you sensitive motherfuckers, okay? This is just a historical piece, all right?
It's so crazy how, like, the years make a difference of what you can say and get away with then versus now.
Yeah, all right, so this isn't our views. Just listen to the shit. Here we go.
Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for that. Everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Listen,
fucking legend, yo.
Man, any man that says I'm a F you till you love me, you should be alarmed. It's like,
yo, he definitely learned how to talk like that from prison. You can't tell me he learned that shit in prison. Now,
so you saying he was sleeping with people in prison?
Yo, but is it hard to believe that Tyson was raping niggas in jail?
How long was he in prison?
How long? I don't know how long the stint was.
Let me Google that.
But here's my thing, okay? And I'm not all condoning his language, but I'm trying to think. I have a theory where that all came from, okay? When you look at the beginning of the clip, he was like, "Oh, you put your mama in a straitjacket." It sounded like somebody from the crowd must have said something to him.
For 6 years.
For 6 years, yeah. Oh yeah, that would definitely get you talking like that.
He was sentenced for 6 years, but released on parole after serving 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Talking about, it sounded like he was more on the defensive than the offensive in that video, to me at least. It sounded like he was speaking from a place of hurt. Like, did you hear the way his voice cracked at the end? "Oh, fuck you till you love me, maggot." Okay, it sounded like a place of hurt, yo. Like, I feel like he was triggered. This man was clearly triggered by something that dude said.
So we can say the N word on here, but we can't say the F word.
You know the rules. Come on, Queen. You know.
No, I'm not saying that we should say either. I'm just saying like that's kind of weird that you are censoring yourself for that word, but here's
my answer for that. If I'm not part of that social group, I'm not gonna say that word.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you get it.
Just looking for a reason.
Yeah, that's my reason. Okay, don't let a white person call me nigga. I won't call a gay person maggot. Okay, or any variation of, and vice versa.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. If you're not part of that culture, shut the fuck up.
Look at you. I applaud you.
Hey, appreciate it. But yeah, man, that shit was legendary, yo. But I think a lot of people look at that and just see like the homophobia coming from Tyson's mouth, but you can see the place of hurt.
I saw that clip recently.
I
can't remember. Like, it was a cut. It was like chopped up with a lot of other clips. I guess like showing like how like athletes like insult people all the time. I don't know if it was a clip in regards to Serena Williams and how like they were calling her like what she said and everything like crazy, and so it was like cut into that. I had to find that, man.
But yo, that was way past like the locker room talk.
Yeah.
He said, "I will eat your whole asshole." You imagine how, I don't know who that white guy was at the receiving end of that, man. White boy, but you have to be fucking terrified. I would be terrified if a nigga like Mike Tyson.
He said he gonna F you until you love him. Until you love him. That's scary.
I would be fucking terrified.
Whether you a man or a female, that is scary to hear. A man that size and stature Talking about I'm a F you too.
I'm like, Dez, is this what y'all feel like on a regular?
Yes.
I was fucking terrified.
When we're in the club getting our asses cradled. Yes, that's what we feel like.
Fuck you
when
too, you love
somebody over here like holding your ass like this while you just trying to like mind your business.
Jesus.
Yeah, but had I put hands on him, I would have been in the wrong for hitting the man.
You would not have been in the wrong for hitting the man.
But I mean, like, okay, I would not have been in the wrong. But if he hit me back, then it would have been a whole like situation where people would have been like, "Well, you hit him first," and it's like you don't know the context.
No,
of everything.
you wouldn't have gotten. People, I think this is what I think people would have definitely listened to your story in this climate right now. People would have listened to your story about it because I remember there's this. I remember watching this video of this white girl who just swung on this white dude at the bar, just started wailing on his ass, and eventually he just got tired and just got her like 1-2, laid her ass out. And I think he was an athlete, he was a prospect athlete, lost all of his scholarships or lost his opportunities for that moment. That's crazy. So I believe your case would have got heard in public opinion, but the dude, nah.
Man, I literally he was scared when I turned around and looked at him. The way I looked at him, like he was, I could see in his face that he was scared. Like he knew he messed up. But it's like, why put your hands on somebody? Like, why violate people?
You fuck niggas are gonna learn, all right? Man. I don't know why y'all don't get this. 2018. It's 2018.
I fight niggas. Like I will if I have to lay hands on you. I will, and I wish you would hit me back. But I'm only gonna do it if it's warranted. Like if you touch my ass and I don't know you. Yeah. Like even if I do know you, like no, like ain't nobody like you don't play with that because like I said, it's a trigger for one, but then for two, it's a simple fact of like this ain't yours to touch. Like what if I went around grabbing dicks all day? Somebody gonna hit me.
I'm like
out of reflex. Come on. Anyway,
it's a social experiment.
Anyways, back to this day and age and what else is going on. There was a shooter in Kroger.
Fucking Kroger.
Oh my gosh, that is where all the respectable families go. That's when you get off of work and you just picking something up for the kids real quick and you punching in your Kroger, your number, and going about your life. I'm insulted that this has happened. I'm upset about it because this is where I shop. I don't go
to Wally
World unless I just have to. Wally.
Hey, wait, this is serious. This fucked up. Yo.
Yeah, no, it's messed up. Rest in peace to the two people that got shot and died. But apparently the guy, what's his name?
The Kroger shooter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, apparently he was trying to, what you call it? I got it pulled up here. But he originally went to a black church and was trying to get into the church.
Gregory Allen.
And he could not make it into the church because the doors were locked. So he was beating on the doors and like trying to pull it open and stuff, and he couldn't get in. So he left from the church and went to Kroger. And he ended up shooting two people, and both those people were black.
I was just about to ask.
Yes, both of them were black. Both of them were in their 60s. One was a granddad. He was there with his grandson getting poster board for a project that the son had to do. And so the grandson saw his granddad get shot and killed and, came out running out screaming, asking for help and stuff. And I think one person he shot in the store and one person he shot in the parking lot. But yeah, it's just bullshit. Like, rest in peace to those two people. But this is another person that needs the death penalty because you came looking for black people. Like, you went to a predominantly black church trying to get into there.
Is Kroger like a black grocery store?
I would say no. I would say it's in between Walmart and Target. Like it's not just like the nicest, grocery store. And it all depends on the area because I've been to some Krogers that are really nice. Like the Kroger that's in Mansfield, it's really nice. But it's newer, whereas like some of them are kind of like run down and not run down, but they're older buildings, older stores. So they're not like as built up. Like the Kroger that's by my house is older, but they remodeled it so it looks a lot better now. So it's definitely not a Walmart type of thing where you just gonna see people looking any type of way. I see every time I go, I see a lot of people that look like they just got fresh off of work.
Now see, the conspiracy theorists in me, I don't know, it just always appears to me that they send these people out, or these people get out right around election time, right around they're trying to pass a bill, and I think this is definitely to pass the gun bill. But you know what? Where do you stand on that?
He did have a shootout with another civilian who had a gun in the parking lot. But that person isn't. He didn't kill him or anything. But they had a shootout.
He had a way to defend himself. Like, what's your standpoint on guns?
Well,
like,
I was gonna
preventing gun crimes.
I was gonna say it's interesting that you said that now versus you didn't say it with the other one with the Jews.
With the I'm saying the same thing. Like,
okay, I didn't know if you were just saying like this incident you feel like it's set up, but you.
I feel I say the same thing about that situation too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and even the Sandy Hooks and all of those mass shootings.
Right.
You know, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, I admit, but I don't believe that it's all just coincidence that a dude just walks up in and all of a sudden he said, "I hate Jews," or it just seems too laid out. Like,
yeah. I mean, and we had gone a while without any mass shootings or like public shootings or now like not any of them that have like made news and been like random. You know, of course, people get shot every day, but
yeah. So, Des, what needs to happen as far as like the gun violence, preventing it?
You know, I'm scared of guns. I just went and shot a gun for the first time, like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah. I'm terrified of guns. And even then, like, it was traumatic because I don't know if it's like hood trauma or what, but like me hearing gunshots and like, seriously. I mean, somebody got shot outside of my high school, you know, when I was growing up in Michigan. So, you know, I think for me, the only solution is to nobody have a gun except like public servants, like, you know, police officers and security guards and stuff like that, just to keep people in line. However, that's only if we can train these people to not be prejudiced and racist against other races. Yeah. Because obviously, like, I don't want to be in a situation where a cop is shooting black people just because he woke up one day and felt like, I'm just going to shoot all the black people I see. Yeah. You know, but I think that, you know, the countries that don't have any guns available for, you know, regular citizens, you know, they've done fairly well. Like, it has worked out better than what people would imagine it to be.
Yo, I hear what you're saying, but I totally disagree. We need guns. Okay, I say everybody should have a fucking strap. Everybody.
But I think we live in Texas. Like, I mean, how many cases of road rage are there? Like, people getting pissed off each other and pulling out their guns.
Let's go with that road rage. What is the likelihood that somebody is going to pull out during a road rage incident if you think there's a good chance that person next to you is going to pull out? What I'm saying is, what are the odds that somebody's going to walk? Look at all the places these shooters are hitting. They're hitting the places where typically people aren't carrying guns. Okay, schools, churches. I think everybody should have a gun in the fucking church. I think teachers should have guns. I think if everybody had a fucking gun, and I know what it looks like.
I mean, teachers are. I just can't. I can't because if you think about it, like, teachers can't even handle being teachers sometimes because a lot of them are over here sleeping with the students. Sure. So like, it's like if I can't trust you to keep your thing in your pants because you over here sleeping with Sally Sue and all of them, like, I for sure can't trust you with no damn gun.
How about this? Teachers at suburban schools, predominantly white schools, should be allowed to carry guns.
No, because they just as crazy. But like, that doesn't make it better.
That seems to be where all the shit is at. But like, my point is, like, I think
that's also where all the secret shit is happening, where these kids is getting knocked up by their teachers or the teachers getting knocked up by the kids. Yeah. So like, no, I just feel like, and to me, I just think the worst of that, because I'm like, you know, what if somebody is a perv? What if a teacher is a molester, you know, and it hasn't been caught yet, and then they have a gun and they can basically force a kid to do whatever. So.
There's pros and cons with everything, but I'm saying, like
I agree with you saying they're targeting places where people don't typically have a gun. Yeah. They're not on edge or not on alarm or anything like that. I get what you're saying. However, I don't know that everybody having a gun is the solution, because if we have a freaking a race war.
Guess what? Everybody got one. Everybody got one, okay?
Then it's just the purge of real life.
Hey, look at it. The way I look at it right now with the police brutality and killing unarmed black people, it's a slaughter. I'd rather have a war than a slaughter any goddamn day. All right? Oh, everybody's going to think twice if everybody has one. If everybody got one.
But people people have guns and got shot. Orlando Castile, was that his name? Philando, that's his name. He had a license to carry. He had a gun on him.
Did he pull it out?
Shot. No.
Well, I mean, rest in peace. I'm not saying that's
but
that
you
incident
can't pull out
fault.
a gun on a police officer.
Yo, you know what?
You don't know he gonna shoot you till you get shot.
I might say something that might incriminate myself. I'm gonna chill out, but you know what, black man, if you feel, or woman, whoever, whatever minority, if you feel your life is in danger, if you feel this cop ain't all the way there, I'll take my fucking chances. Self-defense.
Man,
okay?
I guess. I guess.
Yo, I say everybody should have it. Cause think about it, it wouldn't go nearly as far if they didn't. If
I don't know. I see the pros and cons on both sides.
Imagine if everybody in that synagogue,
it's just like, I'm not finna shoot at nobody unless I just absolutely have to. But not everybody is on that same mind frame. Yeah. Some people get angry and pull their gun out. Like some people get mad and like I've had a guy, like a weird guy, threaten me with a gun before. So like some people don't need to have guns. That's where I'm coming from.
But the thing
not
is,
everybody
people that don't need guns are always gonna have them. Criminals don't follow laws. Okay, so criminals are always gonna have a fucking gun. So what difference does it make? You're telling the normal citizens who follow the rules that you can't have guns, but motherfuckers are still gonna get the shit illegally. What do you do?
I guess
I'd rather get caught with it than without it, as they say.
I'd rather just not get caught.
I mean, there's always that. But if everybody in that synagogue had a gun, I would have loved to see that outcome.
Well, and that's what Trump said. He said if they had an armed guard there, then the only person that would have got shot was a shooter. And I'm just like, you don't know that. Like, that doesn't dictate, like, whether something would have...
And that's why I say it's an agenda.
And so they supposed to be in there praying and be like, oh, what's up?
That's why, I don't give a damn if the pastor, deacon, father, whoever, okay, pulls out that anointed steel, okay, and kills a fucking crazy white man. Try to kill his people.
Engraved in the gun.
Let's pray about it.
Okay? Oh, Lord.
Let's pray about it.
John 3:16.
All right. All right, congregation, we're going to get through this. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Shit. Hey, seriously though, rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives. But I'm all with it. Okay, I believe father, teacher, whoever should have a gun. Everybody should have one.
I got a taser.
Hey,
and pepper spray, and I'm scared of my taser.
Man,
oh my gosh, I didn't turn that mug on for the first time. Like when I first got it, I turned it on, and I was just like trying to like get myself used to it. So if I ever had to use it, like I wouldn't be like just scared. And it still scared me. Like it's a lot of volts. Like, man, like I actually want to try it on somebody to see if like it actually hurts, but I also don't. So I don't actually want to hurt nobody.
Okay. You have it on you right now?
It's in my car. You want me to try it on you?
I'm good.
Oh.
Okay, I am good.
If you bring it up next time, you can tase me.
For real?
Yeah, they actually don't hurt that much. I've had one too. Now, if you keep it on you for a long time, yeah, it starts to hurt. But if you just go, zzz, it's like, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Okay, next week. Next week, live tasing.
You can tase me. You can tase me.
First,
I used to tase my little brother all the time. Yeah,
white people shit, man.
Yeah. We try not to get shot or tased or pepper sprayed, okay? And I got pepper spray too. I have a knife on me.
All right, you got it.
I keep a knife on me though. It's on my keys.
Okay.
It looks like a key.
Dang, so you just got everything except...
I have been assaulted before.
Yeah, even more reason why you should own a gun.
No, I still can't. The thought of taking somebody's life.
You really should, because here's the thing. All those weapons that you have, the problem with them is you got to get really close. Now, if you got a gun, you got, feet away before,
But I don't want to kill nobody. And I'm good too, man. Those shots, you saw the shots I had. I saw it. Kill shots.
All right.
First shots ever, and they were kill shots. And it wasn't on accident. Like I'm just good at aiming. Like I'm pretty good at anything that I try to do.
So y'all check that video out It's Desi Cakes.
Yes,
check that video out.
Give your girl some support because I don't know. I kind of do want to go back and shoot because I literally only shot 2 bullets and then I was like done. Like it was somebody next to me that had like this powerful gun, like it was shooting and it was like pow, pow. Like it was like almost like a shotgun, but it wasn't. And I was just like, nah, I gotta go because it was like giving me like mad anxiety.
Hey, we should all go, like the entire crew. We should all go to the gun range these days.
All right.
But hey, so hey, Des, any final thoughts before we head out?
Final thoughts. Money. Hey,
Cardi, quit stealing fucking flows. I love you, queen. I want you just quit giving people shit to talk about. You gotta quit stealing flows. All I really need
is the money.
Gotta quit stealing flows, but the song go hard. Fuck what they talking about.
Man, all right. Well, y'all find me on Instagram. Follow your girl at It's Desi Cake. ITSDESICAKES. I have to think about that every single time. It's Desi Cakes. That same thing on Twitter. I haven't really been tweeting lately. I've been taking a break from that, but I've been on Instagram very steady every day. So my Insta stories are pretty funny. So
Okay, y'all check it out. Y'all can follow me at Ejike Jamal. That's EJIKE Jamal. Follow the show, We the Safe Place.
Yes.
Okay, at We the Safe Place.
We gotta get my name in the bio, bro.
Huh?
We gotta get my name in the bio.
Daz, we gonna fix that. All your shit's already in the bio though.
No, like in the Safe Place bio, my name is not in there.
Oh shit! All right, let me get on shit. Okay, let's keep charging us up, man. Charging me up today. Yo, I got you, Queen. I got you.
All right.
But yeah, listen to us on your favorite podcast app. You can follow. Also, check us out on YouTube. And definitely hit us up on WeTheSafePlace.com. Go to that Cash App, donate, okay? Because this dick ain't free. Studio ain't cheap. Yo, so hey, if it's $5, $50, whatever. All right.
Whatever your heart leads you to.
Yes. Yes. And
other than that, we out.
It's the Problematic Safe Place. We out.